with Loaded Lex or Loaded
Lux. Classic.
So good on camera. Such a funny guy. Very
You
smart.
need to bring Mook in here. I'll set it up.
Smart dude. Actually, that was the first name that he said when I asked him what other battle rappers I should fuck with.
He out here.
Mook is. Really?
I was with him like 3 days ago.
You came in like a gangbanger from the 90s today. I like it.
Got to keep it authentic sometimes.
Bro, what the fuck is wrong with Housephone? I came in. Oh, we got Vel. Let's get Vel in here. Come on, Vel. But either way, bro, I was really excited to come on the podcast today because there's so much good shit to talk about. I'm in a good mood. I ain't smoked weed all day, so I'm feeling very, very fresh. Yeah, I know you're gonna put an end to that real quick, Vel, you piece of shit. Give me the first hour before we start rolling up Kush.
Do you want to know?
Guy.
Do you want to know what I want to talk about?
Yes.
MyBookie.com. How about that?
Wow, we got to wait till the 5-minute mark, my guy. That's 5-minute mark stuff. All right, fuck it. Let's talk about MyBookie.com. I can tell you guys all about MyBookie.com. First things first. So March is here, and the madness has officially begun. It is time for you to shoot your shot and score big on the nonstop action with MyBookie. Select the winners from 63 tournament games in the MyBookie bracket contest for a chance at $10,000 in cash prizes, and it's only $1 to enter. It doesn't matter whether you're filling out multiple brackets, betting the national championship winner, or simply looking for players and game props. MyBookie has you covered. So sign up today at mybookie.ag and use promo code NOJUMPER, all caps, no space, to secure a deposit bonus up to $1,000 on that promo code NOJUMPER, one word, will claim your first deposit bonus. College ball, NBA, and NHL, no matter what the sport, no matter the minute, from tip-off to buzzer, MyBookie puts you anywhere in your hands with in-game live betting. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. All right.
I'm happy.
You like that?
I like it.
Have you used MyBookie yet?
No. I need to use it.
Man, I'm trying to bet on some shit for sure.
We need to do another one of them vlogs where we just, the company just gives us some shit to play with, boss.
That's what I'm saying. MyBookie, just give me, don't give us money for that ad read. Just like give us money
stocks
on the site so I can blow it off on like a 7-point parlay like in Uncut Gems. I want to fucking bet on something that is so unlikely to happen that it will literally never happen.
And not get shot in the head.
That
Spoiler
is
alert.
kind of how that went.
Yeah, for sure. It was a fire-ass movie.
Best movie, right?
I just watched it.
I never thought less of my girl than when she told me she didn't like that movie. That hurt me in my heart. I'm like, I don't know if I could trust you about anything else now after
You
that.
gotta watch it again.
But it was like very high strung. Like it's hard for her to like just chill and watch that. For me, having watch people be murdered and have their faces ripped off on the internet with you guys, I can watch Uncut Gems and yeah, he gets blasted in the head. Sure, that's all right.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Yo, I watched episode 2 of Snowfall last night. And I think I'm finally like, I'm gonna watch this whole thing,
bro. It gets better and better, bro.
You watch it too? What's that?
Oh man, it's about
it's
crack
on.
got into LA in the 80s.
It's on Hulu. It's about fucking.
Snowfall.
It's John Singleton's series about just some kid in the hood, and basically his life just goes out of control from there, selling dope. Basically,
It's kind of like a New Wire, basically, because they have different point of views. So you also got like the FBI agent and how their involvement was, how they brought crack into the 80s as well.
that is a really good point.
And
sounds
the
good.
Hispanic side as well too.
I didn't actually really think about that, but that is a very, very good point. Because that was what made The Wire so good, is that at the same time you get to see the life of the dudes on the street, see the life of the cops, and see the life of like the reporters. And then like even like it wasn't my favorite storyline, but when they sort
wait. I
they
know
start
you're gonna
showing you
say
the
it.
white people on the docks and like
okay.
that part of crime and shit, it sort of like takes you through all the illegal shit in a whole city.
It's like Training Day.
I thought you was going to talk about when they made the serial killer. You know what I'm talking about?
What?
Remember they made like the fake killer, and then the cop, what's his name, in notes he was calling in.
Oh, okay.
So they can
yeah.
get the investigations and shit.
I thought you were confusing it with the Scranton Strangler for a second.
No. Who is it?
What?
Who is the Scranton Strangler?
On The Office, there's like a serial killer throughout the show, and you never really find out who it is. But there's a lot of fan conspiracy theories that think that it was Toby,
Yeah, I believe so.
because he was on the jury and shit.
And he wasn't there anytime that they was watching when the shit was happening.
Right.
Think about it.
It is a really weird plot when you think about the fact that was just included within The Office. Like, it's so unlike every other plot that's going on in it.
Yeah.
I just want to call out Vel. This is the first thing I said to him when I
Felt
walked
it
in.
coming. I felt it.
I'm looking at
Pause.
I'm looking at Vel's story
Pause.
at fuck Vel on Instagram.
2 C's.
FUCC Vel. And I see Vel cruising around, and he got his girl drinking lean raw out the bottle. And I'm like, Vel, this is a reminder that you're a different type of dude.
Yeah, man.
She's grown.
She's
You feel
grown,
me?
or maybe a little too grown.
I didn't
know
put
any
a
girls
gun-
that can handle that, man.
I didn't put a gun in her head and make her do it.
We don't
You
know
feel
that. We don't know that. That might have been part of this whole thing.
me? She was wondering. I'm like, go ahead.
That was some gangster shit. What are you,
feel
who were
me?
you raging out about on your post today? You were like basically saying
any motherfucker that's hating on a nigga doing
motherfuckers
good.
hating on me, and you're
feel
basically
me?
saying like, yo, tell me if I'm misinterpreting your tone, but you were kind of like, y'all want to talk shit about my car, but I grinded my ass off of this car, and I come
Period.
from jack
You feel
shit.
me? Like, you feel me? So if I'm happy about some shit and I want to, nigga, be happy, let me be happy. Niggas
Let me
just
give
be,
you your props, my
feel
nigga.
me?
I was happy
Like,
that you got that fucking car,
You feel
bro.
me? No EDD,
For real,
no
for real.
stimulus, none of that shit, nigga. You feel me? So it's like different for me. You feel me?
Right.
Especially coming from, you know where I come
I
from.
know exactly
nigga.
where Vel
Like,
comes from.
you
Vel
feel
comes
me?
from the
Like,
fucking streets,
come
the
on now.
cauldron.
For real.
Real talk.
It's
Nigga,
cool.
my first car was a Dodge Neon, and I was happy with that shit.
feel me?
And
Anything.
everybody was laughing, but I was like, man, I got me a car.
Nigga, got a whip.
Yeah, I'm mobile.
You feel me? Where we at?
Fuck out of here. I'm
Oh,
moving. I had a
God.
Buick Regal, 96 Buick Regal. I was pushing that thing.
I had like 7 buckets before I got like a nicer car.
But then what do you consider nice?
Oh, well, it ain't what I got now.
Brand new Honda Civic?
I had a little 95 Hondas and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to see AD pull up in like a Hellcat or something. You feel
Nah,
me?
you know what I got already, man. My nice Benzo.
You wouldn't be a
Benz,
Hellcat
yeah.
guy?
Nah, you know, foreigns
Or
only, man.
AMG, a Benz, an AMG.
If you pull up in a
fucking-
Hellcat, I feel like that's your just way of telling everybody, like, I am aggressive and toxic, and I will
Yeah,
race you.
I do illegal shit.
Yeah.
You in a Hellcat, you do illegal shit.
I'm about to get a new AMG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was-
C63.
No, I ain't gonna tell nobody.
I think the cops should pull over everybody in a Hellcat.
He gonna get an S63 or something. He gonna get something wet.
Me and Adam was supposed to get the electric BMWs, but I think he's over it now.
I mean, honestly, I do want to get a new car, and I had that conversation with Jason today where he's like, you should do a video where you go with Ben Baller and buy your next
get a
car and get some
car.
fly ass shit. And I'm like,
That
Jason, the
would be
problem is
fire.
I don't want no fly ass shit.
Yeah,
like my
bro.
car is kind of at the maximum of I don't want to go flossier.
There's more.
If anything, I would like
There's
to go
more.
less.
I have an
Nah.
idea.
What?
Me and you crash our
nigga
cars
said less.
together.
Ooh, and then we form one car, a zebra car.
A hybrid, a BM Mercedes.
That is ironic. Why do I have a black car and you got a white car?
What's up with that?
And then you got
got a white car,
skin,
too.
I'm out here with white skin.
I got
What
a
is
white
that?
car too. That's funny.
Black Adam.
But you know, that's the thing I hate is that having a black car, my car just gets so goddamn dirty.
But see, that's why I went to white. But
White gets dirty too.
white gets dirty. I think I'm gonna
fuck.
go silver next.
But do you feel like you
God, blue
can
or something.
see the dirt as well? On like if you got the bird shit treatment on your white car, would you feel like it was less of an emergency to get it fixed than
no,
the black car? Because when I go out there and I see white bird shit all over my car, it is
shit.
like I don't want to be alive anymore. I want to I want to take this car to the dump
There's blackbird
and
shit
I'll get a
too,
new
though.
car.
But bro, you park your car right where the pigeons hang out. It's like
slowly learning.
300.
Right under it.
His car hangs right under 300 pigeons. Mine's is
Literally.
back a little bit more.
I
But I
definitely-
have gotten fucking hit with the pigeon juice. Parking where you park.
No, but one time you came here mad as fuck. You was like, "It's a fucking car wash, man. These fucking pigeons."
Yeah, but that's the thing is that the first time that you park here and you get hit with 8 bird shits while your car's here for like 45 minutes, it seems so fucked up.
Like they
I'm
did this
so
on
used to
purpose.
it now that I'm just like, oh, yeah, all right.
I think I'm gonna bring the BB gun here next time.
We
Let them have it.
should.
The beat-
Just-
oh.
We should just take their hood over
Bro,
real
that-
quick.
You can't just shoot a bird and then think all the other birds are gonna go talk about it and
Bro.
be like, damn, that one dude capped me. He
Yeah.
capped Gerald. Gerald. We better not go over there anymore.
Gerald the pigeon.
Imagine the birds
That's
with
your-
that smart.
That's the name you name your pigeon.
We're still
Gerald.
trying to figure out just why the bird shit epidemic is so crazy. Like, why are there so many birds? I don't think there's any food being sprinkled. But actually, somebody hit me with a conspiracy theory the other day. I forget who. Of like, maybe the neighbors are covering your car in bird food so that they will shit on it. And I'm like, there's no bird food. Like, wouldn't I think it was Josh. Like, where am I? Like, there has to be bird
That
food
nigga was
before
high.
I would even consider that possibility.
And now that I heard that, I'm about to go to Petco And I'm just gonna let it rain with fucking bird seeds all over this motherfucker.
Right in the front.
I'm putting sugar in your tank.
How?
Pause.
Pause. Or
I'm like,
I heard that doesn't work.
Or another
It
idea.
works.
We get the
Bro.
X-Lax and we let them all just explode in one day.
Yeah,
Really?
that doesn't work though. I don't think they're gonna explode.
Oh, it works.
Yeah,
I heard it. Listen.
I was
AD,
using the wrong
AD
thing
gets all
there.
his facts from Urban Dictionary.
So it
Head on over
works.
to Google and type both of those things in with the word debunked, because I'm pretty sure that I've looked up those two things before, and I've definitely looked up the sugar in the tank and read a long ass article about how
They
it
said
doesn't really fuck
Sugar
your
in the
car
tank
up.
will fuck your car up.
I think it'll fuck your car up, but
Long
it's,
term,
it's not like
if
you're
for
gonna
sure.
just. It's not gonna turn into a piece of shit like overnight. Which
In a week,
I
maybe a
always
week
thought
or
that
two.
really, if I had beef with somebody, I could go and just fill their car tank
bro,
with
you
sugar.
put a bag of sugar in a nigga's shit, it's gonna
over.
fuck his car, up, bro.
I think we might need to pause this again, because
A bag of sugar.
having sugar in your tank, I have
it just
learned
don't sit right,
It's
yeah.
slang, and I think it's the funniest thing because it's like literally just describing having
does. I didn't
male
even think about
ejaculate in your
that.
booty hole.
Pause,
Hey,
man.
But, I mean, that's what
where
it
do we
refers
go with
say it like
this?
that, bro? Like,
On
what's up
5
with
5
you?
Crip, that's what it
You
refers
always,
to.
you always gotta do. I think if I just stop talking about it, you're gonna stop doing it. Because you always look at me afterwards. You go like this.
Weird, huh? Awkward
Yeah,
ass
yeah,
look.
yeah.
Like, why are you looking at me
That's
like
me,
that?
and
bro?
you know, actually, I always tell you about different conversations I have with my personal trainer, but I had that conversation like because he thinks it's so weird that I will make gay ass jokes, and at one point I had to explain to him, I'm like, "Yo, just so you know, all them rappers you see me around and shit, they do not think that shit's funny." I'm like, that's me
This
and
nigga
not
fire.
them. Like the lightest, like 1% of the kind of jokes that I feel comfortable making around like you would send Quavo into a fucking tailspin. He's not ready. If I
be
said
like, what?
like all the shit I said to AG in my life, of all the weird ass
See, but
freestyles and everything.
it's fucked up because I've been nice. And then you,
said,
as
"Nah,
long
this
as you
shit
know
ain't
me,
cool
you would never
though."
come at me like that.
God.
Now he's like, okay, he's my fucking friend, so I can tell him all these gay jokes.
I'm finna let
I
him
could just say
have it.
shit about tearing his ass up. And he don't have to
Pause,
live with it.
man. Speaking of Urban Dictionary, that was funny. The shit that I was telling you about the snake diet. And you was like,
dude.
this shit isn't true.
What was it? Like you drink piss.
What?
He's
He
showing
Googled
me
it
this
out.
guy who makes Instagram videos where he goes, "Hey, fatty, you're gonna be fat for the rest of your life unless you drink this snake piss." And AD's like, "Oh man," AD's like, "If I had to lose weight for a movie role, I would do that diet." I'm like, "You're not gonna lose more weight by drinking
You
piss."
drink your
Snake
pee
piss?
and you keep doing it. You're just recycling the water.
What is it about human beings that they're so desperate to believe that there's
You
some
gotta drink
reason
your-
to drink your own piss?
Nah.
If you ever seen the movie 127 Hours, he drank his own piss and survived.
I don't know what that is, but have you ever seen Waterworld?
Yes, I have.
And when he's out on that
Waterworld.
boat, and that's the first scene in the movie is that he's like peeing into this contraption and cranking it and turning it into drinkable water. I'm a kid just thinking like, holy fuck, you can do that?
No, so 127 Hours is a true story about this guy who went like BMX riding or something in the canyons.
Relatable.
And then a fucking boulder like crushes his arm and he can't move at all. And he's down there for 127 hours.
Whoa.
He can't move at all. So he ends up, to stay alive, he filmed the whole thing. He ends up staying alive. He has to drink his own pee and his little flask that he has, and he ends up cutting off his fucking arm, and he gets saved. Spoiler alert.
Wow.
And he's
Nah,
alive
I'm
today.
never watching that movie.
I don't want anything to do
So
with
you
that.
can drink your pee
You can.
and survive.
The movie said it.
You're comparing your life as a person with a decent amount of money living in Los Angeles to that of a man trapped under a boulder in a cave.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to lose weight.
Hey, man.
To lose weight.
Moral of the story.
Imagine that guy trapped under the fucking boulder, just looking down at his love handles, just thinking like, I swear I'm gonna lose weight once I get out of here.
Yeah, just drop the pigeon
definitely-
nest on me.
That would be
was
the
skinny.
best feeling of like me. Like I'm like 234 right now, and I'm really trying to get to 200. And I'm all of a sudden like hardcore for the last 3 days. Who knows how long that's gonna last?
Friday.
Friday's where it's gonna get tough.
Go eat a burrito.
Ideally not. But what was I saying? I forget.
You're gonna drink your piss to get to 200 pounds in a week.
I am
That's
not-
literally
I am
what
not.
you were
It's
saying.
scientifically proven.
Vel,
sure.
Vel, are you gonna come hang out with us on Friday?
Of course.
Because we're doing the live stream again, and I just want to like Housephone always kind of derails this conversation because he always wants to talk about his fucking live stream, which he does after this podcast. Normally, we actually have no idea where he is, and we haven't heard from him. He's pulling the you dig right now. I don't know when his last time he updated this story was, but just so everybody knows, like, if you're wondering where Housephone is, we're wondering the same thing.
I know how to find him.
Facts.
Yeah,
Give me
dangle a bag of ketamine off the roof, and they'll just swoop in like a seagull.
give me 17 pounds of ketamine. Drop it around LA. We'll catch him.
If we find a girl who does ketamine, she'll sniff him out.
Yeah.
Definitely. I have no idea where he is, and I was looking forward to talking to him because
He didn't write back either, huh?
I didn't. Wait, this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, because I did send some links this morning to our group chat. And we've been talking all week, but then I don't think he responded today.
Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I just thought
We're
about
worried,
that.
Housephone.
Anytime we're having a conversation like this or the one that we had about you dig, I'm really worried because I'm like, how is this conversation going to sound if something actually did happen to him? And you're probably about to laugh right now, and that's going to seem kind of weird. So again, I really hope he's okay.
I'm starting to think there's not a scratching strangler. There's no jumper strangler going around. All these no jumper employees just start disappearing.
We got to slide him Yassie's address.
Hey. Well, I know I'm going to be last.
When I walked in the office,
No,
I
you're
was
probably
like,
going to be the first one.
I walked in the office, I said, okay,
Can't take out the blammy.
today, in terms of like appropriate employer stuff, me and Yasser are going to recreate the Quavo and Sweetie fight. Well, they laughed when I said it. You apparently didn't think it was that
Crickets.
funny.
This
but
nigga said
I
it.
thought it was funny because that was like the thing that happened like an hour ago. But we're not going to talk about that for now. It's just too good. Like we gotta like bide our time and make some small talk before we start
I
diving
know we
into
can
the
talk
topics.
about.
What?
Let's talk about.
Don't topic it up.
Dude,
That's,
July.
no. That's 45 minutes. But yes, this is some very good cushion.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Although I'm really hoping that nobody rolls up for a period of time now because I feel like right now is the first time that my brain has felt kush free since Friday.
You know what's crazy?
What?
I've been smoking every day this fucking month, and I can't believe it.
Then why the fuck you keep falling asleep after one hit every Friday?
I've been falling asleep everywhere.
really.
Yes, that's the problem.
Passed out everywhere, high as fuck. But
Where else have you fallen asleep?
Everywhere, restaurants, fucking karaoke.
Right.
I've just been passed the fuck out everywhere, man.
Wow. So have you thought about just not smoking weed since it seems like it's having such a horrible effect on you?
But then it's like I feel like a bitch if I stop.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like, and I felt like I came to understand AD and how easily he succumbs to peer pressure because when we're on the live stream,
Except crack.
allegedly, you didn't live through that era. It's kind of like a fringe passion for people our age. But anyway, like or your age, you're a little younger than me. It's kind of out of the ordinary to be a crackhead when you're like a rapper these days. But anyway,
not true.
that's fair. But they pick more exotic things than crack these days, I think. But either way, let's not shout out Hunter Biden because he's a modern crackhead. You know,
Who is that?
Hunter Biden. You couldn't put it together. From the
Yeah, I
last name?
definitely knew who you were talking about.
How many other
I was
Bidens
like,
you know?
this
Joe?
nigga.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. But okay. So what I was gonna say is, so we do these live streams on Friday, and for the record, Friday at noon or 1. We're gonna do 1. We do these live streams. We listen to your music. The last 2 live streams that we have done, you guys have really pushed us to the limit. 11 hours each stream, 15 blunts per stream. Me, Yuri, Kiki, AD's brother, has been the cast, and then AD has been there, but AD keeps making trips back and forth to the couch. and on last week's stream, we actually moved one of the cameras so that the fans could see the view of us and the view of AD passed out on the couch at the same time.
That's funny.
Felt like it really added a lot to it. Anyway, but this is our audience is going to hate us for this, but basically we've increased the price from $100 to $120 on the live stream. Basic idea being that I don't know if I can keep doing 11 hours. So either you guys are going to have to like donate less or continue to donate at the same level because we got to find a way by like increasing the price or something to get this closer to like 7-8 hours. That sounds a lot more reasonable.
as long as I get 7 nap breaks, and I'm fine.
10-minute breaks.
But it's funny because AD always leaves and goes and tries to do something else, and then that other thing he tries to do is like horrifically fucked up as well.
Oh my! Hey, fun fact. I go to the fucking the liquor store yesterday, right?
You're too high. We're not selling you liquor.
No, I go to the liquor store yesterday, and I see this fucking homeless guy outside. I get him a sandwich, and I get him some water.
I've seen 5 million homeless people outside of the store, and I have never even thought about buying them something. So you are a great man.
I said, let me just do something nice. And I gave it to him. He was like, you have any cash? And I was like, nah, I ain't got no cash. He was like, I owe you, man. I said, nah, you don't owe me, man. God bless you. He was like, I got some meth. I'll get you high as hell right now. I was like, nah, you got that, bro.
He said that?
I was like, oh my God.
Wow. Like, we even, bro.
But if I wanted to do some meth,
that would have
that
came in
sandwich
clutch,
would have
bro.
got me the meth.
Literally.
That is a good idea.
So,
if you
moral
want
of the
meth,
story.
hang out at the 7-Eleven. You're going to find a meth head.
Sandwich is a gateway drug.
Shout out to all my meth heads.
It was a turkey sandwich as well.
Gateway.
Can I get a meth head in the chat?
No.
That's our new gang.
Let's
That's what we
not.
bang. You see, you're
Listen.
from Long Beach, so it's a little too
Gumby
close to
squad.
home because like half of Long Beach is doing meth. But
Smokers.
hey, downtown Long Beach, I didn't really know what the meth culture was really like until I moved to
They're
Long
pretty
Beach.
low key, like.
I got
not
asked
that
for
much, I don't think.
tar on my first day in Long Beach
Yeah.
by some random ass junkie, and honestly, never happened again after that. But day one, it happened.
Shout out to the Gumby squad.
Shout out to the Omelet Inn. You been to the Omelet Inn?
Nope. Where's that at?
I'm just gonna assume they got shut down because of COVID, but that's a Long Beach staple right there.
Omelet Inn?
You might not have
on-
ventured
on-
that far downtown.
On Atlantic. On Atlantic and Ocean. I know exactly where that shit's
That's
at.
where I saw the guy with the gigantic fat neck, and we just talked about it for months and months and shit. I found out it's a goiter. It's
What's a
just
goiter?
like a giant.
It's like a tumor.
Yes,
Yeah,
like a
basically,
growth,
yeah, it's a
but
tumor.
it takes over your fucking neck, bro, and you all of a sudden you look like
The Jabba the Hutt?
Like this dude had like a normal body. Picture me, but then like the biggest fucking like a neck brace of blubber around this dude's neck. It was one of the first days in Long Beach, and we talked about that guy so much, and I feel really bad because
That's fucked up.
He could probably like kind of tell on the street that we were like staring at him, and I feel
For
kinda bad
sure.
about
He's
that.
used to it, though. For sure.
Yeah, when you walk around with a giant goiter, you know.
See, if I had that, I'll just be like poking at it.
Slapping that shit.
I mean, I'm assuming he took whatever steps he knew of to take to get rid of it, right?
Is it like the elephant disease?
Yep.
Elephantitis? I think it's
That's
different.
exactly what it is, dog. I feel like it's a cousin. For
I think it belongs in the same category.
Why
for
nobody
sure.
get that no more? I don't see nobody with the elephantitis anymore.
Well, I don't think they go to the club, but you know, there's probably still people getting it.
Probably got vaccine for it.
Imagine if that was one of the side effects of COVID, was that you got elephantitis and all of a sudden you have like a giant fucking baseball mitt for a hand.
Yo, there was some dude
Still
downtown
sound
LA.
like that.
That shit would fuck shit up because
was slapping the shit
because
out of
then not
everybody.
only will we have these crazy ass death rates, but it also will be like dudes leaving their girls because all of a sudden they have a goiter hand.
Why would they leave their girl?
You tell me you'd stick around for a goiter hand? I'm just like me and my girl, our relationship is just gonna be different
so
if you
serious.
like our relationship is gonna be different if you have a giant fucking moldy, fucking veiny, fat fucking mitt for a hand, bro. Like,
Why in your hand,
like
though?
don't jerk me off with I'm just thinking about the hand, but like, yo, like that is fucked up to think about. Would you
What if
leave
she
your
had
girl
the-
if she had a giant tumor growing out of her fucking head that was as big as her head?
Yeah.
Your girl's here, so you really can't answer, but
Sayonara. I'm playing. I wouldn't do that.
yeah, because like, what if, like, I feel like I can't leave my girl because we have a kid and shit, but then also like,
Oh, you can.
what? Yeah, I know dudes do that,
What
but
if she got the neck?
See, but this is the thing,
do you
right?
think her OnlyFans career would be over, or would it take on a
It'd
new
probably
life?
take off. It'd probably go crazy.
I hope she's
I'll
listening.
probably put you on the circus.
I think they got rid of the circus partially because of that. The circus needs more freaks. That's why the circus fucked up. Is they just started to fuck with like elephants and like tigers and shit. Nah,
They need
like
some weirdos,
Bring me a bearded lady. Bring me a
No,
fucking.
don't bring a bearded
Oh,
lady.
I definitely want to see a bearded lady. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
They have-
non-binary right there.
That's
yo.
pretty cool. I'd have to, you feel me, throw that on the story one time. You feel me?
Man, if they still had bearded ladies in the circus, can you imagine how mad the woke girls on Twitter would be?
Yeah. You know what's crazy though? I always thought about like if something was to happen to you, you would want your significant other to stay.
Yeah.
So you like
Of course, man.
Yeah. So
you ever talk to your girl about how long she'll hold you down if you go to jail?
I have that conversation with everybody.
Everyone in your life?
Yeah.
You get locked up for a weekend, it's like paycheck cut.
I don't believe that shit though.
You didn't
Like,
hear me.
I heard you. I try. We discussed it. If I go to jail, no jumper is bailing me out. He said
fine.
paycheck cut. Nah, but on some real shit though,
Can't miss at the end of the day.
I I honestly don't see a woman lasting more than 2 years max.
While you're locked up.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean, because
I wouldn't last a week.
bro, there's just got to be a point. There's got to be a point where they're like, what the fuck am I doing? 2 years?
for sure.
And they start thinking like, well, I might only live to be 60 and I'm 25 right now. That's like, I'm giving up like fucking a 14th of my life, 17th or whatever the fuck the number is. I can't do math, but I'm giving up a big chunk of my years. And in particular, like the years that you have while you're young and hot are more important than the years when you're 55 and you're old and wrinkly and you got a goiter.
As a handmaid.
Got a goiter
Oh,
hand.
we should make a shirt that instead of no loitering, it says no goitering. And we put a picture of that dude.
Nah. He gonna be at the back door. Nigga.
I want my money. I'm not mad about the shirt, but I want my money.
Gonna squirt some neck juice at you or
No,
something.
we're gonna have to fucking get him surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's mad hot in here, but I do want to say shout out to Blue Bucks Clan.
Shout out to
'cause
Blue Bucks.
I do have the hoodie, but it's hot, so I can't wear it.
Yeah.
But shout out to you because
The fuck I do.
that's one thing we realized on the stream was that wherever it is that you're sitting, the fucking the air
air?
conditioning was blowing in your
right here.
face
Oh
and
my
also
God.
somehow like blowing the weed into your face and getting you higher.
Science.
That Friday was probably the highest I've been in like ever.
It's like training. It's like camp where you just are like, I'm gonna figure out how to teach myself how to smoke weed enough that it won't fucking ruin my life anymore.
But I made a good sign in between it.
Yeah, this song sucks.
This song is trash sign.
Yes, he was holding that,
shit
sign
was
up
so
for a lot
funny.
of
When
it.
I seen that shit, I was dead, bro. That shit was hilarious.
But ironically, there were no trash songs that were played on Friday. All of them were great. And every single one of the artists is getting a record deal, so shout out to them.
Yeah.
Yes, every single one.
And everyone's getting dropped.
No, they're all gonna have big careers. They're all gonna turn into Miley Cyrus. But anyway, if people want to come Friday, how do you feel about Yuri's big idea of doing the 24-hour stream?
I don't have a problem with it.
24-hour stream.
You can't even last an hour and a half without falling asleep. How are you gonna last 24 hours?
Give me 2 Don Julio bottles. I'll show you.
That's gonna be way worse.
No, it's not.
You think Don Julio is gonna help you stay up?
Yeah, I'm a party. I got
This
a boom
nigga's
box.
gonna
Shout
go
out,
up.
shout out to my bump box that Trader Truth gave me. You feel me? We're gonna have a bump box. We have a fucking
Oh, I
party
think
in
he
here.
gave me one of them too.
Yeah, it's fire.
I don't know what happened to it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'll get you a new one.
I've been given a lot of gifts over the years that just sort of escaped from my life.
Niggas be bunk gang.
People just took them out the store.
Honestly, anything that gets left over here gets fucking demolished.
Yeah,
You know what was the best is that this company sent us a free bong, and then I'm walking through there to take a piss on one of the streams, and I see that the cleaner knocks the bong over.
I was here.
Guess what? They
I heard it
took
crack.
they took the amount of money for the bong out of our cleaning bill, even though that was a free bong that nobody was really all that interested in. Boom, we get the fucking discount on the cleaning bill.
I wouldn't have said nothing.
At all.
Exactly. Fuck that. Okay, so how was you guys this weekend?
Lit.
Doing
Nigga.
any good?
Fuck yeah.
PCP?
Nope. I should have.
What?
Shit.
Anything you were in Vegas,
Yeah, I was in Vegas going up, man.
drinking
Doing-
lean out the bottle.
Drinking lean out the bottom.
Like a
on
model
s-
citizen.
On the 70th floor of the Cosmo.
He's like Hunter Biden to
Maybe
me.
with your hoe.
You're Hunter Biden and I'm Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Because you're like my son who's out doing bad stuff and I gotta
Bad
pretend
things.
that I don't know about it.
You don't.
I see it on your story every day. What were you doing? Big cuh
Well,
Big cat.
I got drunk as fuck the night before.
on Friday.
Yeah, and then the next day, I figured out that I didn't have no gas in my fucking car.
Lit.
Yep. So I took my daughter's pink little electric scooter.
And what part of town were you in? This wasn't in Compton, was it?
funny.
You know, I live in a nice neighborhood.
I know, but I
Man.
just like
shit
the
was funny.
mental image of you on a little pink scooter going to the corner store
With a
seems
gas
like
can
that just seems
in
like
his hand.
way more of a Compton
It
thing.
kind of was far though,
was
so I had to
bro.
take the little pink scooter and I had to go to like a it's not AutoZone. I forgot it starts with a K. Who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah, I had went in there and I'm like, you guys got a gas can? They only said we only have one left, so I had to get this expensive ass gas can.
How much?
It was like $40.
Oh, hell no.
But you don't have a bike at your crib or nothing?
What the fuck I got a bike for? I have a fucking car.
Whoa, bro.
I have a bike and
What
a
you
car.
mean?
I
I
have
got a
two
bike.
bikes and a car.
I got a
Well,
bike.
I have a pink scooter because of my daughter.
That shit work.
I went to the gas station, filled that motherfucker up, and I FaceTime my daughter. She's like, Dad, you're not supposed to be on it. And then I fucking was riding back home and I was playing, what's the dog face song he be doing?
Dogfish.
Oh yeah, that's what I seen.
You played the Fleetwood Mac song?
Yes,
Yep, while
that
I was
shit was
riding the pink
hilarious.
scooter.
See, I have no interest in the video that you filmed of yourself on the scooter, but I really wish that somebody had been filming from their window
For real.
and just filmed AD looking mad serious
filming
and
himself.
sweaty in his like normal clothes, but on a little pink scooter, so you just look like a straight J-Cat.
I still had to blame me.
He knows the word.
Nah.
For sure, I had to blame me on the pink scooter. I for
Are you
sure got to
crazy?
blame
How
me.
late am I on saying J-Cat since I've now added this to my vocabulary?
Nigga,
I'm
that's
saying it constantly.
That's a
Pretty
Bay
late.
word. That's not a LA word.
I didn't
It's a
even know
prison
that.
word, isn't it?
It's a Bay word.
Well, I don't know, but
I didn't even know it was
when
a
I
Bay
did my
word.
Urban
I had it
Dictionary
in
check,
jail.
this is basically it's jail slang for dudes that are just basically like fried off pills and shit.
Fried off whatever. Yeah, niggas be fried off something.
But yeah, so that's you. And Saturday we had the whole family together. Sunday I had a poker day. My life is boring. It's scary to me that I'm going to be leaving the house more in the near future because
Yo, what's
COVID is
up?
lifting.
We finna be back cracking again or what?
Starting tomorrow.
Where are we going?
Bars are
Where
open.
the fuck are
Bars.
we going, bro?
Outdoors.
Oh, I'm going to Long Beach. Let's go.
Let's fucking go, bro.
You think we should go to the bar? I'm vaccinated.
Whatever, but yeah, let's go.
I'm vaccinated, so I got nothing to worry about, and I will gladly.
Is that the thing?
No,
is that
you can
what
still
people
get it,
think?
and you
Yeah,
can
that's what
still
I'm
give it to
thinking. That's
people.
why I'm like, is that like what people
Look
think?
it up.
I'm vaccinated. I'm good.
We was outside before we had the vaccination,
For
and
real?
now we got the vaccination, so it's like, yeah, there's a chance, but it's like 5% of what the chance was before.
Is that scientifically proven, like you say?
It's a very, very small chance, don't you think? Well, hey, now I got Juicy J and Whack 100 telling me don't get vaccinated.
Why?
I mean, if I were to try to surmise what their arguments against vaccination were, I probably wouldn't really do them justice. So
Well, I will tell you why. It's because of what happened with the syphilis thing I told you about.
Bill Gates sticking his dick in your dick hole.
Pause.
What's up with you?
What is
bro?
wrong with you?
What goes on in your head?
Isn't that what the anti-vax people think is going to happen?
No, bro.
No,
Oh,
I've never heard of that ever.
Well, let's move on.
Yes, please. Sus meter is it's a 66% right now.
I have a question
At
for
100,
him.
I'm out this motherfucker.
I have a question for him.
Oh man, I
Why
hate
were
this
you
nigga's questions.
in that cul-de-sac with C-Mac Del Oak?
Oh, that was dope.
Because the homies that filmed the vlog, shout out to my niggas. They invited me, so I went.
How
They
many
see
of
me
these-
posting them and shit. So
How many of these cul-de-sacs are there in Long Beach where you can just go and do donuts all day and nobody
a
cares?
lot. There's a lot.
It's so weird when you see one and you just know what it is right away because the ground is completely black.
Fucked up. You could just tell. You see the donut marks and shit. You feel me? So
Yeah.
they told me to pull up. It was dope. My niggas be drifting and shit. Ken, Schmidt, shout out.
You a C-Mac fan?
Yeah, I fuck with them. I think they see me posting them like a while ago before, so they was like, "Hey, we gonna like interview this nigga. Pull up." I'm like, for sure. You
Right.
feel me? It was dope. It was hella dope. It was actually pretty dope.
I seen him this weekend.
I love the guy.
It was cool.
Great guy.
He beefing with Bosco and shit. That's just funny.
I know.
It's hilarious.
So funny. Them two going. I thought it was gonna be him and Milk going at it,
Nah.
but it turns out it's Bosco.
Yeah, it was funny.
I I was walking through my neighborhood with my kid, putting her to sleep in the stroller, and I see an African American gentleman dressed very nice in my neighborhood, and you know whatever I go to like be like, how you doing? And then but he's locked eyes with me and he goes, that's Adam, and I'm like, what's up, man? How you doing? He's like, man, I love that C-Mac interview. I'm like, wow,
What?
this guy
My
looks
neighbors?
so normal. He lives
Yeah.
in my neighborhood, and he's sitting at home watching the C-Mac
I'm thinking about
interview.
moving to your neighborhood.
That's
God.
good. Please do not.
Why?
You're gonna have OT Genesis dancing all over the front yard.
Property values going down.
I'll be hearing gunshots and car accidents in the night. That's AD. It's
It's
AD.
gonna be
It's all
Don
good.
Julio bottles in the gutters and shit.
Yo, he was pissed because we had Don Julio yesterday. The homie Kalen pulled up with the
Yeah.
1942.
Seen
I
that.
wasn't pissed. I was with my kid.
He was so mad. He
the
left his
fuck?
kid alone. He came trying to take a
could've
shot.
bought one.
We were already out. He's like, oh no, that's really a $300 bottle.
Yeah, I bought fucking Joshua for his birthday.
Really?
It's like $270 or something like that.
Why is that shit so expensive?
Because it's premium and it's great.
You know, I have tasted a lot of bum liquor in my life, and I can confirm that like plastic bottle vodka really is like, it'll like fuck your life up if you drink that shit. Like it's really bad.
Yeah,
Trash.
for
Disgusting. It makes you feel gross too. I don't understand exactly why, but
That cheap ass Taka vodka and shit. Wake up in the morning and headache from hell.
That
Right.
shit like $5 for.
and you don't
fucking-
feel like you get that from 1942?
Hell no. That's why it's premium. You don't get. I don't get hangover from tequila.
Really? Mm-mm. Did you see that Trev has a pack of like a $40 or $100 pack of woods? That's like
it was $100.
It's $40 at least. But the whole thing about it is that
40 to 100.
I don't know, because he's giving us varying price points. We don't know what he was serious about, but listen, this wood pack is like the idea is that 'cause, you get a lot of woods, and it's like trash woods. You get like 1 or 2 out of the pack. They're all thin and
they're all
filmy
vicious.
and
They're all
gross.
good.
Hate that. Obviously, it's the worst thing in the world. This pack is like supposed to be the best woods.
Did he smoke the blunt? You guys smoked it, huh?
They already smoked it.
That
You're on the
shit
podcast. You don't get to
does.
smoke weed right now. We're gonna
I
roll up
don't
again
even.
though.
I don't even smoke weed.
Shut up.
But
Stop it.
Fun fact: I don't know how to roll at all.
Yeah,
This
I
nigga.
would have guessed that.
Nigga, man,
You can usually assume that people who don't ever roll up don't know how to roll up.
for sure.
Anyway, all right. So, Sweetie and Quavo. Let's do a little bit of a time.
It's normal.
But let's recount the steps that basically made this happen. So, the clip comes out and goes viral of Sweetie talking about how if she was going to do a threesome with a man, it would be with another guy. We all, this is crazy, whatever. Everybody got their little jokes on Twitter and stuff, being like, oh, Quavo's going to be mad when he sees this. And all of a sudden, a couple hours later, it's in the news. Boom, Quavo and Sweetie broke up, and they're tweeting about each other and basically calling each other out for being pieces of shit.
Well, they said that footage was from 2020.
Oh, we didn't get to the footage yet.
Oh, I thought it was
2020 for real?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Oh man,
It's old footage.
Ooh, well, that's really interesting.
I don't know, man.
Anyway, so that happens. Then, what was it, this morning or last night? We hear Justin LeBoy, and by the way, I challenge you to make it through this podcast without pointing out that that's your boy.
I didn't say nothing.
And it's also the last 3 letters of his last name. But he allegedly got beat up by, we heard the Migos. And now, for the record, Justin LeBoy is the host of the show where Saweetie said that she wanted to get plowed by Quavo and Brian Pumper. Her words.
Oh my God,
Man,
She didn't actually, not her words. You're right. But Justin LeBoy, we don't know where this allegedly took place, but he allegedly got into it with Quavo and possibly some other guys. I was just hearing information that it was just Quavo that stepped to him. Justin LeBoy, I mean, something definitely happened. Because if it didn't happen, he would just go on Twitter and say, you're bugging. Nothing happened. So definitely shit happened. I'm going to be honest with you. From that interview, and by the way, one other element of this is that Diddy's son, Justin, was there, used to plow Sweetie, allegedly. He was Mr. Plow. He had the jacket and everything. I don't know. Allegedly, he used not even plowing. He wasn't just plowing. He was dating her, allegedly. And then they leave each other. That would have at some point probably been like reason enough for Quavo to be extra mad. Like, you were on this show and you didn't say nothing about fucking her, but you're on the show sitting across from him and you're like laughing about, talking like, I can understand Quavo would be pissed off about that, but I don't really understand what Justin LeBoy said on that podcast that would be even close to something that would make me want to beat his ass. If I'm Quavo, and my girl goes on the show,
what the fuck? I would have beat that.
But
nigga
why?
up.
He just hosted the show.
Bro. You're getting beat up. I'm sorry, bro.
Defend what you're saying. It doesn't make any sense.
Because,
All he did
bro,
was sit
what the
there and
fuck?
ask.
I have the
He
same
said-
logic as
He
well.
said, "Would you have a
Bro,
threesome?"
It's the
He
principle,
wasn't.
though.
He didn't tell her to say the thing about 2 dudes.
Bro.
I'll be more mad at her though.
But
For sure, I'll
exactly,
be
that's
more
what I'm
mad at her,
saying.
but I can't beat her up, so I'm gonna beat this nigga up. It's his
doesn't
fault.
really-
Why you even tell her to come on this fucking show?
She's a famous celebrity,
Bro.
and it's a show about hip hop and relationships.
I bet you he ain't gonna ever ask that question again.
But see, this is the thing too though.
Not every girl has a fucking psycho YRN boyfriend like Quavo is gonna
If
beat
they
you
love
up.
That's not fucking psycho. That's
It's
regular.
not psycho. I'm like, if they love
I
you,
never
Nigga,
bro.
you would
here.
not let Lena go on a podcast with somebody that she used to fuck with and be comfortable with it, bro.
And talk about
Shut the
threesomes and
fuck
shit, bro.
up.
What
You
the
would
fuck?
not. You
to
can't
be
even,
honest,
wait a minute. You
I'm
can't
a
even
lot more
sit down with
open-minded
girls.
than you think I am.
No,
Bro.
you can't even sit down with girls and have a conversation
Oh
like that.
my
It's the
God.
fucking truth.
That is
Dude,
not
it's-
true. I sit here on the podcast and talk to girls
man.
about all kinds of crazy shit. She doesn't care about that.
Adam
She
would have been
doesn't.
texting me
Okay.
like, "Hey, I got some minutes for you to have." He would have added me up.
You got me
like, hey,
steaming now.
hey,
You're
you know that
steaming
one
over my- Listen here. A relationship is about trust. My girl wants to go do a podcast, even if she once previously got dicked down by the host. I don't give a fuck. We're together now. If I trust her, like actually trust her, like I actually don't think that there's anything that could happen that would make her give the pussy to another guy. So that's not even like on my now. If I hate this guy, if Quavo hated Justin LeBoy in the first place, then okay, yeah. And Justin's not the one who dicked her down anyway. It was fucking Justin.
See, but it's the thing. It's not about if you trust her. It's about the motive of the host.
Literally,
that's the whole
that
point
shit's
of
just
it.
weird. That's what I was gonna say. That shit was just all around weird. Like, out of respect for that nigga, that shouldn't even been a question in the fucking.
Bro.
You know, it's just a respect
Now,
thing.
I don't think
Like,
Justin.
It's a show about
set
relationships.
this shit up.
And Justin didn't ask that question.
Yeah. I don't think Justin.
Or excuse me, there's two. Why am I just now realizing that we're talking about two different Justins? Justin Combs and Justin LeBoy.
Look, I don't think Just had any ill intentions on bringing her on there. He got a brand new show.
Right.
She's fucking popping right now.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking about in general how Vail is thinking is, you know, like period. Like if somebody that you know or aware of invites your girl on the show to ask them certain type of questions at the end of the day, you're going to be mad. I'm going to be hot. When
I think about it, if your girl is a public persona and she's used to like, and she goes on a show where they're gonna ask you relationship questions. Listen, that question he asked her, there's a million different ways that she could answer that question that none of us would be talking about. If she had said something like, if she had said the real bitch thing and said like, listen, like if my man wants to hook up with another girl and I get along with her, like why not? Boom. Yeah. Super safe answer that he would never give a fuck about. Instead, she decided to say, I want to get my pussy ran through by Quavo, Takeoff, and Brian Pumper. And that just, you know, like I could totally understand. She didn't actually say that, but I could totally understand how that would rub Quavo the wrong way. Like, but again, like, I'm mad at her. Like, you answered that question, and the thing with Quavo too is that like obviously he's just not for jokes in the way that like I am, or to even an extent I would say that you guys would be able to like take the joke. He don't seem like the kind of guy who's really taking the joke. So as soon as I saw her say that joke, I was like, bro, there's no way that Offset is just gonna rock with that,
because it's a representation. You know what I mean? It fuck up a nigga reputation. You got to understand when Quavo got with her, she wasn't like popping like that. You know what I'm saying? And him messing with her brought her real estate up more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a certain amount of respect and it's a certain level. Like you don't have to be with each other no more, but it's just like, you know what? Hold me down because I'm somebody that help elevate your career too.
I feel so. I kind of feel like redemption for the fact that I still have never listened to her. Like I could not tell you what she raps like. So I maybe at some point
I like her music, but at the end of the day, you can't do nigga like that, man.
Yeah, like Quavo was just not gonna rock like that.
Nigga would have got beat up.
So anyway, now this video comes out today, and it's like 100% planted by her team and especially what you said about it being from 2020. Oh, that 100%. She has had this clip on deck. This is how grimy this fucking world is that we live in. She was just waiting for the breakup so that she could like, here you go. We're gonna have everybody on Twitter calling you an abuser for a while. He didn't even abuse her. But everyone is calling him an abuser. I didn't really see. And before I even say that, I want to say that with me and my girl, I never even did anything close to that. Like we never pushed each other, shoved each other, screamed in each other's face, whatever. Somehow I've just like ended up in a relationship that's not like crazy like that. But in that video, I see her kind of coming for him, and I see him trying to avoid.
She swung at him. She's trying to grab something.
Yeah.
He didn't choke her. He didn't hit her. It just looked like they're tussling. It don't look like he tried to cause her any physically harm.
He pulled her in and it looked like that. He was just like, you know. Like,
and even waited for her to get up and dip out. That nigga handled that shit the right way. Anybody that says that shit, y'all fucking tripping. Because half of y'all getting y'all ass whooped by y'all nigga. He fucking karate chopping your ass in your neck. You know how that shit feel. On some real shit.
Anybody who's familiar with what abusive relationships are actually like, that clip does not meet the threshold of what I would have to see
not at all
to be convinced that Quavo is the type of dude who beats his bitch up. Because that was just like, that clip wasn't fun to watch. It wasn't nice. It wasn't like, you know, the way that we would expect a relationship to go. But again, we saw her swing on him. He somehow dodged it, and then he like kind of like maybe pushed her a little bit into the corner, but it was not. I just
She
don't
tried
think,
to take the Call of Duty bag.
Yeah, and that was a crazy shit.
That was a loadout.
But that's what Yassi was just saying is that, like, think about what's happening there. He's taking his game. When you take the game,
My nigga, if my girl takes my PS5, I'm about to lose it.
but we don't know that she was going to destroy the PS5. But
She
we
was for sure finna throw.
We do know that he was taking that shit as in, I'm never coming back. Like, if me and my girl were going to break up, when you would really know it was over was when I come and I take my fucking computer monitors from the back of the house. That's when it's over. Because that's a pain in the ass to move those things.
And your Kadamas.
And I'm just not.
Oh,
yes,
God,
there's a bunch of things really, but the Call of Duty box set. Like, I don't even understand why the box is so big. Is that like a special version or something?
Bro, he got a little
was
special
whack.
edition.
That
You know
shit
what I'm
was
saying?
whack.
He's out of there. I'd have been out of there too. I think he handled that shit the right way. I
How
applaud
the
him for
hell is she gonna disrespect the dude who got the Call of Duty Orange Edition or some shit?
That's fucked up, bro.
That's crazy. He got the Tropicana fucking COD.
Yeah, you
Stay with me.
Tropicana.
Damn, that rhyme. That was good. Write that down.
I was watching. If you're familiar with
Organic.
battle rapper, man, there's a guy named Averb.
Okay.
He made a whole video on his take of it, and I'm gonna send it to you. But it was he really broke it down to how I feel about the situation. Basically, it's just like, man, you know, he's telling basically all the rappers and guys, don't jump in her DMs and stuff. Have some respect. No, for real. Even though that's not gonna happen, but you know what I'm saying? Just I don't like the way that she handled that shit for somebody that helped her get to where she at right now.
Yeah, she kind of just like
She's
kinda played
like
that
shitting on a
like-
nigga right now. Like he ain't nobody. Like
Yeah.
he was fucking with, like, he could have anybody he wanted to at the time.
And
And
he
he
fucked with her.
chose to fuck with you genuinely. He didn't need you for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
He chose to that means he genuinely liked you. And you know, and for it to unfold like this, that's fucked up. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of times men don't be wanting to give it all to their woman at the end of the day, because women do shit like this.
You just got to wonder what happened to take it to the point of what happened in that elevator.
We'll
and
never
also,
know.
this is the other thing that I'm saying too, is that they're saying that was at Saweetie or their quote unquote apartment in North Hollywood. I'm not that familiar with North Hollywood, I guess, but
I used to stay there.
When I think the actual apartment that they were in,
I'll just stay around the corner from there.
so you know where it is.
Yeah.
Is it nice?
Super nice if you get the good shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there was a part of me that was like, Quavo in an apartment building in NoHo, going into an elevator, no security around, nothing like that. To me, just is not the way that I'm really expecting Quavo
that's
to
kinda
move.
weird, yeah.
Like if I'm Quavo, I got a security guard or something with me at all times. And even her living there, like, because I lived in an apartment building in Hollywood until like 2 years ago, and like, I mean, every day I'd be getting in the elevator and having somebody just look at me and like, I know they're thinking that they know who I am and shit. And it's like, that there's awkward ass experience that you don't really expect until you get there. And for me, it's like, Saweetie was just living in a fucking apartment building in NoHo. That's just kind of strange to me.
Because if you think about it too, when you go downtown, bro, a lot of them downtown places that most of the NBA players stay at and shit like that, bro, there's a lot of motherfucking regular people that stay in them same fucking apartments, bro. A lot of them don't have access to them other floors as well. And there's nice ass luxury apartments in NoHo. Some that's like $7,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? You living nice as fuck,
it's
crazy.
super player.
You know what I'm saying? You
Condos
can't
and shit.
get to that floor.
I guess I'm just being misled because in my mind, as soon as I see the elevator, I'm just like, oh God, that just sounds like a nightmare if you're Quavo. Because
mean-
for me as Quavo, I want to be able to come home and get into my apartment or my
Without
home
nobody seeing
and
me.
not have to worry about anybody seeing me. When I get home, I
yeah.
fucking open the gate, close the gate, boom, I'm inside. Nobody has access to me. That's so important to me. But also, like, Quavo doesn't spend all his time in LA too. And
I could picture him
I don't know.
out so
But then too, I got homies that stay at the W. It's safer there than it would be if they had a big ass house with security, because you can't get in. Like, basically, the people in the front have to buzz you up to
you
get to the
not
floor,
getting
and they have
past
to
them
call
niggas.
you
Yeah.
before they got to get permission from you to even let them on your floor.
That's how the spot
You know what I'm saying?
downtown LA is,
And you're
too.
being recorded while you're
God.
moving around as well. So that's safer than at your house and you and your blammy.
You could also just imagine that, like, Quavo might have just pulled up, like, I need the Tropicana COD. Like, I gotta grab that shit and get out. Like, he wasn't moving the way that he normally would be moving, maybe.
It was probably a heat of the moment kind of thing. You feel me? It seemed like it was a lot going on, probably, and you know, shit probably happened fast as fuck. You feel me?
It would be kind of sweet if, ironically,
I was like,
it would be kind of sweet. Well, do you think that her career is gonna like go downhill from here, or do you
Take
think?
off.
not at all.
Her shit going up.
What
nigga.
if everybody side? Well, I don't know. Like, is Quavo beloved enough that there's like, because the whole thing is like, are there any dudes who listen to her music besides
No.
like hairstylists? I don't know. Really?
I like her shit.
Oh, okay.
Name a song right now?
Name 5 songs.
The Back to the Streets.
I
don't know
know
that. I'm gonna go to her Spotify on the way home and listen to songs.
Now
She got-
see, look,
she got
boom.
that,
She
she
getting
got the
Adam
tap
22
in.
as a fan, bro. Boom.
She
right
got
there.
I mean, like, if you will hear her music in the clubs if you go out to the clubs and bars.
You could
bro.
probably recognize it, huh?
Yeah,
I just
all the
can't think
time.
of a song, but I'm sure
But
if I
are
heard
they
a
just
song.
playing that because they want the girls to be happy? Because I don't fuck with that. Like, only like no.
Look, I can say this. For at least the last 2-3 years, she's been top 5 women in the clubs that women will sing her shit like top to bottom, bro.
Oh damn, I didn't know
In the
that.
clubs, bro. Swear to
I have a
God.
real blind spot. I don't think I ever heard City Girls either.
City Girls is number
yeah,
one,
they
nigga.
I heard
poppin'.
they're big on TikTok, but I don't.
In the clubs,
I have no
nigga.
idea.
In the clubs,
Yeah,
City,
City
Girls,
Girls
come
be
on.
poppin'.
They shit is every girl singing that to the top of their lungs, bro.
They be looking at they niggas like,
Dude, I saw this poll that was on the @rap Instagram story, and it was basically like they're doing like a bracket, like a March Madness type thing with different artists, and it was like, fuck, I don't want to say the wrong artist, but I think it was Meg The Stallion versus 21 Savage.
what?
83% of the votes were for 21 Savage. And then it was
I've
like
seen that.
Playboy Cardi versus Cardi B. Playboy Cardi was like 80% of it.
Damn.
That kind of, and also I might be switching those for anybody who saw what I'm talking about, but think about what that says. If you could take like the average rap fan, which I would say that like the people looking at the Instagram story of the @rap account are probably pretty indicative of the average rap fan.
Yeah.
If they are saying that they like Playboy Cardi that much more than Cardi B, and keep in mind, Playboy Cardi just put out an album that generally speaking was like not very successful and like people really kind of trashed it.
It was number one.
Okay, that's a 6ix9ine number one album too. Okay, so but or a number one song. Sorry,
I'm about
no,
to say,
not
I
an
don't think
album,
he
a
had
song.
number one album.
Either way, I mean, Playboy Cardi was going to go number one first week for sure. But I mean, that album hasn't really been regarded that well. Like, and he smashed Cardi B in that poll, and like 21. Yes, he put out an amazing project last year, but I mean, like Megan Thee Stallion's winning like new artist of the year and all this shit.
She's doing her shit.
21
for
been
sure,
out
yeah.
for like 6
A long
years
ass
or some
time.
shit. The fact that he could smash her in that poll, now granted that's their fan base, but like that kind of blew my mind. Like the average rap fan is just so disconnected from like who the rap establishment wants you to believe is the new hot shit.
See, but there's different levels of shit. The same way how you said you never heard of Sweetie and the City Girls song.
I heard of him. I just ain't heard him.
No, I know, but I'm talking about as far as like your daily life of how you consume music is not the same as how other people. Like I hear stuff when I go to the clubs and the bars that I don't like. I won't hear just randomly searching through
for
the
sure.
internet and stuff like that. And for the most part, Playboy Cardi has one of them fan base that all these fucking little kids they love this nigga.
They
like
fuck
they
with this
my little
nigga,
brother
yeah.
like. He can't do no wrong. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
everybody that he knows is like that. So I can see that. But when you go to the clubs, you're going to hear a Cardi B song every fucking time, no matter what city you're going to.
Oh,
For sure.
yeah. That's no problem. But I mean, also, I think the thing about it is that think about who follows the @rap account. It's like hardcore, and I don't want to say like hardcore
Niggas that
because
listen to their music.
it's not necessarily like mega lyrical hip hop fan kids, but it's like kids who realistically are kids and adults and shit who are like, just basically like, if you care about rap music, that you want to follow an account that's going to feed you like little bits of rap gossip and news all day. I mean, that's a very certain type of rap fan. When we say rap is the biggest type of music in the world, we're not talking about Griselda. That includes 24K Golden doing a fucking number one hit called Mood that he's not rapping on. That involves fucking all these girl rappers that like, a lot of these girls who are in the clubs freaking out to Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion are not gonna follow the @rap account.
the
They
rap.
don't give
No,
a
I
fuck
get you,
about
yeah.
like Cassidy farted and we're gonna talk about it all day, or fucking so and so shot so and so in the nipple. Like it's just not.
That's the shade room and shit like that.
It's a very different audience. If
Now
we
do
were
the
to-
poll. Do the poll.
Do
on
the
Shade
poll
Room.
on Shade Room.
Yeah.
Cardi
That would
versus
be
Cardi
better, yeah.
on there.
Yep. It's a landslide.
I bet like most of the bitches on Shade Room don't even know who Playboi Carti is since the Iggy Azalea thing.
Yeah.
For sure.
I did want to say big, massive shout out to the Stooge Life. If you want to get what we're smoking, we smoked 15 blunts of this shit on Friday, and we're going to do it again this week. If you want to get what we smoking delivered to you, go to XalerLA.com. That is spelled XALERLA.com. XALERLA.com. And make sure you use the code NOJUMPER for 20% off all Stooge Life products. They have pre-rolls, they have shatter, they have wax. This is a pre-roll. They have diamonds, batter, moon rocks, and of course the most fire kush imaginable. So go check them out and shout out to our boys over at Stooge Life, because if it wasn't for them, we just would not be as high as we are. And this stuff is... it's top notch, man. I've been reeling from this shit, this Stooge Life shit on Saturdays after we get done smoking our faces off on Friday. It's honestly, it's almost taken me to the point where I'm like, I need to take some time off smoking weed because I'd be getting so high on Fridays that I'm like, bro, I don't know if this is good for me.
I gotta shout out Steve Lobel, man, because
well, you went to a hip hop museum.
Yeah, he started. It's called Lemonade in Van Nuys, and it's also a hip hop museum. It's also a grow house and a recording studio. So the museum part of it, he has like all of his accomplishments and concert stuff, and you know what I mean, all type of shit is dope as hell. Then shout out to the homie Davies. He had a meet and greet as well there too.
Okay, I saw you there. Yes.
And then C-Mac the Loke pulled up. That shit was crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, a big Crip exchange, huh?
Yeah, we all
Crip swap.
We all did a big ass picture.
If I was at the Crip swap, I would trade you for C-Mac the Loke.
That's fine.
And Davies.
That's fine.
Or Davies. So shit for you as well. I've just been around you too much. You know, it's like, we got to do the Crip swap. We got to get a new one in there.
If I had to swap you out
for another white boy, who you going with? Jack Harlow?
Yuri.
Oh, God. He's Russian.
Yuri.
He's Russian.
No, I would do Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Iovine.
Jimmy Iovine for sure.
Jimmy Fallon. Did you see him like holding the signs with the names of the different dances and Addison Rae's like doing the renegade and shit?
Jimmy Fallon is dope.
Yeah, my opinion of him might have went down a little bit when I saw that clip. It was so cringy. And I didn't really care about her like not crediting the original black dancers or whatever. Like that would have been nice if she did that. But more so I was just like, you look so dumb. Just what are you doing? Just go home and just do something else, bro. I just like I'm starting to get more comfortable with my grumpy old man state. I'm just like, I don't want anyone to dance on TikTok ever, or really any dance ever. Just
I can
stop.
see you being on a stoop at 60, like, get off my damn porch.
That's what this podcast is
No
for.
soliciting sign.
That is what this podcast is for. Right now, this podcast is whack because I can't really say my full opinion on everything, but that's how I want. I want to be 65 years old, sitting here, still wearing the same T-shirt, talking about just saying the most offensive, just worst, like the worst takes. Like every day, like I want, you know the way people are when like Michael Rappaport has like a crazy hip hop opinion.
He
And
just goes
everybody's
off.
just like, who told Michael Rappaport that he could have an opinion on our culture? I want to be that times 10. I'm 65. I'm in a wheelchair. I have a fucking IV in my arm.
Permanently.
And I'm telling you, no. Filthy rich. 4 security guards around me. And 65-year-old Vel is right there too. And I'm just sitting there just hating on everything. That would be the best. That's what I'm looking for.
Why does everybody think that security is going to really do something?
This security I'm getting, they will.
Okay, because a lot of these security
When I'm
don't be
65,
real
I'm on
security.
fire security.
I didn't see security guards run when gunfire and popped off.
Really?
Yes, nigga. Actually,
get
more than
off.
usual.
I don't blame them for doing that. And I think about that all the time. Like when people are talking about like, because we've been talking about doing another store, people are like, oh, security. I'm thinking like, I don't know if I really want to pay a security guard a whole bunch of money when I could just, now it occurs to me I cannot
You
finish
have
this
to go
sentence.
to the right type of security, because like everybody hired these niggas that they giving $100 and $200 to, that something happened, they not about to jump in the fucking way for that shit with you. You better off by your damn self.
You want to hear something
Me and my
funny?
blammy will get the job done.
I never have talked about this before, but after the dude came and put the gun in my face or whatever, and then I like didn't come into the office for a day or two, and then I come back into the store and another dude comes in with a gun, and it's like this whole thing, and that guy gets arrested and all this crazy shit, and there's like a security company that's like hollering at us like that somebody had to connect to, and they're like, oh yeah, like they're gonna have like basically 2 guys that are like around you at the store, and I'm kind of like just whatever. I'm just like, yeah, all right, cool, let's do it. Yeah, I show up. These guys both are super tall white guys in suits and like broad-shouldered suits with like a fucking like earpiece with like a swirly.
That's the way to do it.
Oh God, they finna blam me some shit.
And I'm rolling up to the store like on some regular shit. Like me and Leonard are literally just like hanging out playing Pokemon Go on like a Saturday, and I'm like, oh, this is what you were talking about on the phone? These fucking monster dudes. That was the last time that I ever saw those guys. No offense to them, but I was just like, this is not even close to like the way that I want to be rolling around. If I want to be around one guy with a gun, and if I have to go somewhere, if I have to go somewhere like serious, then I can hire a security guard. But like, if I'm gonna be rolling with anybody, I just can't. I'm not. The dudes look like fucking Clark Kent and shit, bro.
That's the way to do it, though. If you're gonna do it,
I'm not that famous. I don't care how many people try to shoot me. I'm not that famous.
yes, you are.
I refuse. I don't want to take part. Tell me more, though. Tell me more.
Tell me more.
Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more.
But I hate when I had that conversation the other day with one of my poker buddies where I was like talking about like how there's like a couple of different poker pros who had like hit me up and told me like, yo, I've been watching your podcast since before you even got back into playing poker. And I was saying that, and like my poker coach or whatever was like, yeah, bro, you're super fucking famous. Everybody knows who you are. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, oh, please don't tell me that. Like, that really, like, I do not, like, A, that's not true. You just think that because you, like, you know, kind of have like a warped perception of like how many people actually know who I am. But then also, like, that idea makes me want to crawl into a fucking hole and move to Vermont or something because I'm just so, like, I don't want everyone to know about me. Just a couple cool people here and there is fine.
See, this is the thing. You don't attend a lot of hip hop things. I think if you did that, you would be fucking terrified by how many people know you and runs up to you.
No, I know. That's why I don't like going to that kind of shit.
Bro, we would
Too
do
many people
shit.
trying to talk to me, and that's
Man,
and actually,
that's crazy.
If I have security in that environment, or like really not even like security, but I just like to roll with a couple of homies. It's not really like protection so much as like I want a little wall of people around me so that I can. People feel weirder about trying to talk to you when you're with a bunch of your friends and you're talking to them.
Bro, when we was at fucking, what was it?
Rolling Loud?
Bro, it was so fucking crazy. Me and whoever I was with was not enough, bro. Niggas was like, bro, it was so fucking crazy. I could not believe how many people, like, at one point, this nigga had a whole, like, crowd of niggas just like, bro, Adam. Like, bro, I couldn't, they would have packed me. I would have been lost, bro. It was like crazy.
You're popping E-pills while I'm supposed to do
Was
security.
that the one I performed
It
at?
was crazy.
You were there with OT. That's kind of like the first time I had seen you for a long time, remember?
Yeah, I performed. I bought them out.
And then I don't think I saw you after that until we started working together,
you
right?
actually got us some goddamn. We all had like hibachi shit together.
Oh, shout out West Coast Care. They held it down with that shit.
Was at the hibachi
we was at the
shit.
hibachi
Oh,
truck.
God.
Yeah.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, that was 2019 Rolling Loud. I bought the nigga
That was
OT out.
2019.
Damn, that was that long ago?
And that's look, my Blammy pack is
What the
actually
fuck?
That is
from
true, yeah.
Rolling Loud.
I
There you
think
go.
I had one of those packs
With
as
my
well
name on
at
it.
one point. Yeah, no, but that's crazy because the idea that was 2019 just really makes me think about the fact that I didn't do anything for 2020.
2020 was gone.
Oh, yeah, real shit.
Like 2020, there's no.
That's the last thing we
I
did.
do not have a memory from 2020. Well, my kid being born, obviously, but aside from that and like shit that happened here. I pretty much went from my house to work and back. I mean, I actually went on a couple BMX trips.
I was
one
so
BMX
gross.
trip.
Don't ask me that.
Yeah, you didn't slow down at all.
I probably traveled more in 2020 than I ever did ever.
COVID refugee.
And I'm alive
I lived somehow.
Good.
somehow. Tequila.
Speaking of
Tequila,
someone
real
who's
shit.
barely alive, Famous Dex has 19 charges against him. Apparently,
Right when he starts doing better, boom.
I
Worse.
don't. Does anyone believe that there was
Bro,
like
he
a
looks a
moment where he
little-
started doing
He
better?
looks a little chunkier, like he really like, you know, he don't look all
Yeah,
smoker
but
face, fucking skinny and
There's
shit.
been a lot of clips that have been coming out of him looking like he was on J Cat status again for sure. Like I'm worried.
Nigga do good for a month, be like, oh, back to the bullshit.
Prayers to that brother, man. That man, look like that shit got a hold of him.
But you know what's crazy is that I had a good. Yeah. You're gonna have to go lay down. You just sniff that shit.
It's over.
Listen, when I was talking about fuck. What was I gonna say? Goddamn. See, I told you I've been smoking too much music.
Bring the
Or
backwood.
I've been smoking too much weed, and I just said listening to too much music, or did I say smoking too much music? Either way, Famous Dex, the girl. This is what I was gonna say. The girl was hitting me up, trying to get me to be the one to expose all this shit about Famous Dex or whatever. Like fucking, I want to be the one breaking the story about like,
fuck that bitch.
And she's all,
Oh, God. I'm like, what the fuck?
That doesn't seem like a very
Fuck
nice
her,
way to
bro.
talk
Yeah, come
about.
on, man.
She's a victim of abuse. You can't just say fuck that bitch.
Oh, never mind. I didn't know.
Oh, she got beat up. She's the one that got mixed.
Yes, bro.
Oh man,
My bad. I didn't know.
She was hitting me up through an intermediary, trying to be like, "Oh, I want you to break this story." All I did was I was like, "Listen, like, I don't really break serious news like that, so I'm gonna tell you this is a good person for you to holler at if you want to do something, but I'm not gonna be the one doing it." I actually,
Your
yo,
center.
I'm proud of you, bro.
God.
I'm proud
That
of
was
you.
a
real talk,
perfect thing to do.
This somehow still has never come out. A girl I know actually like hit up someone I knew to talk to me, and I didn't know that he was speaking on behalf of her. But basically, he sends me all these screenshots of her arguing with this fucking rapper about him basically taking advantage of her and all this crazy shit. And now this is a rapper who I have issues with. Let's put it like that. We don't get along.
Ooh,
I don't really give a fuck, to be honest. Like, I could think of fucking maybe like 10 rappers that I would put in this category.
Is this your op?
No.
Okay.
This is not someone I've ever talked about on this podcast. Let's just put it that way. But we don't get along. And I got this girl basically telling me this guy raped her and showing me conversations that kind of made it look like she was confronting him about raping her, and he was kind of acknowledging that something fucked up happened. And I told her through this dude, and this was actually right before I realized that I knew exactly who the girl was. I said, listen, this is the email to this journalist who's written about a lot of stuff like this, and he's just way more equipped to handle this kind of shit. I'm not the one to be breaking this story. I don't want to be involved.
Like that, yeah.
I'm not like operating on that level of professionalism, and I don't know this guy, but I've seen him document a lot of abuse that hasn't previously been exposed, so you should go talk to them. Never heard anything about it again, but I've always wanted to know if she emailed this guy, if anything. I hope that like she didn't just give up on getting the word out because I told her I'm not the one. You should really talk to this dude. I hope that didn't like make her lose her confidence. I don't want to be the one because like it would have looked horrible because I got smut on my name that I'm not happy about, but that makes me like I'm not partisan. I'm a partisan member of this conversation, right? And then also I don't like this guy. I don't get along with this dude. I got smut on my name, not like that, but. Yeah. This dude is like fucking someone that everybody knows I don't like. So if I put out the post saying
she probably just want a little clout off of you too. Though,
It looked biased.
Sure. Like,
It looked biased.
on top of putting him on the spot, she know that would like work.
She didn't want to have her name out there, and she even went so far to have this other dude hit me up on her behalf. I forget how I actually realized that it was her. I think it's just because somebody like completely unrelated to that was like, "Yo, did you hear about so and so having this kind of issue with this dude?" And I was like,
put two and two together.
Yeah, it must have been the dude, the chick, the screenshots, whatever. But either way, I've always wondered what the fuck happened with that. Anyway, Famous Dex really not looking good right now. And please don't touch my figure. Famous Dex, he's reaching the point where people only want to talk about him to shit on him.
Yeah,
And that's the fucked up thing, man. That's the man. Famous Dex, man. Get well, guy. This is sad.
I really
man.
hope he does get better.
I don't like kicking somebody when they down, bro. I don't believe in that shit. I hope he gets the help, man. And literally, man, instead of y'all motherfuckers talking about this nigga, everybody try to help this nigga for reals, man. Because if something was to happen to him right now, everybody that's talking bad, but like this is sad. No one helped him and tried to help him. So now. Reach out to this nigga. Anybody that got ties to this nigga, reach out to him. Show that guy some love. Strap this nigga down if y'all have to. You know what I'm saying?
Strap him down and do what?
Let his ass get whatever out of his system.
Oh, God.
I mean, that's kind of what rehab is like.
But I was gonna say, low key, sometimes, bro, niggas need to go to jail because that shit, like, low key, straightens niggas up. You feel me? At least for a little bit when they come out. It depends on who they surround themselves around when they get out. But
yeah, my little brother, he's
niggas go to
different.
jail and you feel me? Especially when you that deep into like doing fucked up shit. Sometimes niggas need to sit down for a little bit, bro, to really like get sober and then have that time to really think about shit. You feel me? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
But a lot of rappers, or actually just humans, will be drug addicts, get locked up, get clean for 6 months, and then they get out, and boom, they literally are buying perks the day they get out.
They be around the wrong fucking people when they get out, bro.
A fucking homeless guy just offered to me some fucking meth, so you just admit
I get
But
you.
that's just not your
easy,
drug of
but-
choice. Like if he had offered you
if he had
something
tequila,
different, yeah.
I got some Don Julio.
You were like, nigga, what?
Let me
sit
put
down
some
next
fizz
to
in your drink. Ooh.
Sat down next to him.
Right
Hey,
next
give me that half of the sandwich, nigga.
Speaking of rappers who went to jail, got sober, and then came out and immediately started getting fucked up again, Saweetie featuring Draco the Ruler?
What are you talking about?
I haven't even seen that.
That's allegedly a real thing that's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
Sweetie featuring Drake. How did this happen?
Yeah, how the fuck did that happen? Draco featuring.
How does she know who Draco is?
He's one of the hottest
And how does
rappers
he
in
know
LA.
who she is?
Oh God,
Bro,
She's
she need to get
popping.
out more, bro.
I just like to
she
me.
definitely does.
She's from California.
Allegedly, is she really?
Yeah, she's from the Bay.
Oh, that don't count. That's a different
That's
world.
Cali,
That's a
nigga.
different world.
Oh,
Take
you
that
gotta
back,
take
Adam.
that back.
Take it back.
Okay, it
Come
counts.
on, take it
Apologize
back.
to E40 right now,
apologize
or
back
it's
for
gonna
it.
be bad.
He apologizes.
All right,
Excuse
I'm
my
sorry.
friend.
But when you say California, like if you're talking about NorCal, you should say NorCal or
No,
the
that's
Bay
Cali,
or
bro.
SAC
The
or
Bay
whatever.
is Cali, nigga.
It's all
You're talking
Cali.
about LA,
That's
you
Cali.
say LA. You don't say, oh, he's a California rapper, and then it's YG. No, he's an LA rapper.
No, he's a Cali. It just
all
depends. I
California.
get you.
Yeah, no, but fucking somebody who lives up in 2 hours north or some shit.
It's like
They're a
Mozzie's
California, rapper.
You feel me? Like
We just never heard of where you're from, really. You from Stockton? No, that's too far north. That's NorCal.
Haiti
rapper.
baby's from Stockton.
I haven't.
He's doing his shit.
Yeah. Why did I interview him? I forget what he did that made him so viral.
When he was freestyling, going,
Oh yeah,
what the fuck? What?
he's actually talented as fuck.
bro.
Oh man.
Did you see the Youngin Ace diss where they rapped over and I would walk a million miles?
No, I need to
I
listen.
sent it in the group chat. You didn't watch that?
I just seen when he went to the hood.
And they're talking. No, that's Fulio. Fulio went to the hood, and then but they're talking about smoking on fucking such and such ops. All crazy. It's a big viral thing because they did it over. What is that song? I don't
that's
know.
a Papa song.
What is that song? Like
you
who? What?
know I
Yes.
walk 1,000
Who's the
miles.
artist?
I can be
Josh, you're the only one. Google.
with you.
Or the chat.
tonight.
The chat might tell us. Yeah, who is that song? I have no clue. I need to know before we continue this conversation.
Vanessa Carlton.
Vanessa Carlton. Now, who is she? Is she famous?
Famous song. She's just a famous
What year?
Fuck her.
2001. Holy shit, that was a long time ago.
That's a classic song, though.
These dudes are wilding. And then, so Fulio hops on his Instagram story. He's in Youngin Ace's hood or whatever. He's on the swing set. He's at the playground. He's giving out dollar bills to kids. I'm thinking like, oh, that's so nice. You're just passing out dollar bills to these kids before the impending drive-by. But that just these dudes in Florida are wilding. And I didn't realize either until I watched a fucking video about all these dudes. Youngin Ace, Fulio, Glock 9, all of them. Oh my God. I don't understand how the fuck people are just carrying out these wars in public. It's
The
crazy.
niggas is wild. They're really.
It's called
really,
gangbanging,
like,
Adam.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. But I just am still.
Really, real shit.
It's been going on for years.
Niggas really with the shits out
I'm
here,
always
man.
surprised when it's really cranking somewhere besides here or maybe like New
Yeah.
York. Like when I hear about like just smaller
Yeah, New
areas
York
and
was
stuff,
going
and I
down.
realize how much killing has happened, I'm just like, Jesus.
But you
York
want to
was
know? You want to know? You want to know worse? Okay, it's actually worse because they have gun laws. They have stand your ground laws. So technically, if somebody comes and shoot at you and you kill them,
can
you
really
can
pop off.
you can
You
get you
good.
can get off on the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Out here, somebody shoots at you and you shoot back and you kill them, you going to jail
for murder.
for murder.
Even though
It's
they
a
try to kill you
lose-lose
first.
situation.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, unless you have a carried
CCW.
concealed permit, which as most people are
Probably
felons,
don't
and you're
have.
never going to get one.
Bro, shit is lit in LA right now, just for the record.
It's been lit in LA.
People getting
Real shit.
robbed left and right, even in nice ass neighborhoods.
It's
Bro,
been like
Melrose.
that.
Hey, you see what's
It's
been going
way
on in
worse.
Melrose,
It's
nigga?
wait, what?
No, it's
like
happening
this
to white people
crazy
more.
ass-
It's been happening.
Bro, there's been so much crazy shit happening on Melrose, bro. There's been niggas robbing shit. I guess there's like a group of niggas that's been booking shit on Melrose, bro.
Yeah, it's
like
been bad.
booking shit though. Like niggas been getting shot at and shit on Melrose. Like it's niggas be in stores taking out and shit. Like it's been crazy.
And and see,
For sure.
I want to open a new store there
been
so
hearing a
bad.
lot of shit about shit happening on
You know what
Melrose.
actually makes me feel like fucking maybe the store thing is a good idea again, bro? When they took money away from the police department. And I know this is really not a popular opinion in rap music, but shit got so much worse in LA. Like it was around that time when they basically decided like we're not going to Melrose unless it's like somebody's house getting robbed. Like crazy shit could be happening, fights, people getting jacked on the street on Melrose and stuff. The cops are not
gonna
coming.
pull up.
They just like reinvested a whole bunch more money into that area or into the police in general.
Yeah.
I don't know if that actually means that these areas are going to be safer, but it's like pretty unbelievable to me that area has just been completely fucking ignored by the cops.
This is the problem, bro. It's two things. On top, one thing is you have all these riots back to back happening for racial injustice. That's one thing. Two, you gave everybody this goddamn EDD money. People are getting $20,000, $30,000, bro. They're getting all this shit and they blew their fucking money. They lived a lifestyle that they're not used to. Now niggas is broke again and they're trying to keep up with their lifestyle and they on the hunt for shit now. That's what it is. There's some people who don't make $20,000 a year and you're giving it to people like here. 90% of people I know that got EDD, bro, they blew they shit.
That's real.
Oh, God.
They blew they shit. So now Melrose, places, guess what? Niggas looking for licks now because they want to keep
anything
that's
they
it.
can do to just get some money.
That's
Got
it.
a little
That's
taste of fucking
crazy,
some
bro.
money, so
I wonder what new criminal conspiracies they're going to invent to basically like figure out how to, like in trying times, people just get more creative. And it's like, I wonder what they're going to dream up.
Hey,
I don't know.
this shit's been
wonder.
crazy, bro.
My personal trainer, who I'm bringing up again for some reason, this is really fucking
Shout out
You're
to
in
Adam,
love with him.
personal trainer.
pause.
Big
Pause.
shout outs.
I would never love a man. He told me that yesterday he had a hard time getting into his I don't know if he's in a house or apartment or whatever in Beverly Hills because a homeless guy was in people's backyards, jumping from backyard to backyard, right?
Lit.
And a guy pulls up on him like, "What the fuck you doing here?" And the homeless man proceeds to stab him in the neck, kills him,
Oh,
and then
No
keeps going to
fucking
another
way.
house, holes up in the house for hours. They're like looking for this guy for like the whole day, I guess, and because they have no idea what fucking house he's in. Ends up killing himself, and I mean, that's pretty much where the story ends. But I'm just like, bro, could you imagine? You're living your life. You think you've got it made. You think you've
got it made.
got a house in
Blam.
Beverly Hills. You think that things are going okay for you. Nobody's gonna just somehow take your life, and then all of a sudden you got a bum stabbing you in the neck.
well, that was the whole thing what Charles Manson stood for. It's like motherfuckers think they safe. We gonna show them that they not fucking safe.
God.
That's
Nowhere.
shit. Listen,
Iggy's
doesn't
And that's
matter.
why we gotta prove that just because we got money don't mean we won't shoot a homeless person,
I will shoot anybody that attack me or try to attack my
Literally.
friends.
especially if they're homeless.
poop out.
No, I give homeless people sandwiches and I get offered meth.
And then they try to come in your crib and you put the blamey down their throat and
Let it go.
no, let it go. It's like I don't want to.
Let it go. Let it go.
Assassin on my record.
I fuck with homeless people.
No, I
Homeless
fuck with them too, but if they try to come in my crib, we're gonna kill them.
For sure.
I know you got your blammy, so you're good.
I feel like Tony the Cat would probably
Allegedly.
kill somebody before you.
Tony the Cat. Literally, I've put bugs right in front of him.
You don't want no bugs. You want
Nothing?
human blood.
One time
he
I put
Tony's a
him,
vampire.
I put him in with bugs in the bathtub before back in the day for some reason. Like he was just used to always sleep in the bathtub, and I found a fucking bug and I dropped it in there, and I just see him go. He's just, but he's not.
Tony's
He's
a
not
G,
doing
though,
anything. It's
yeah.
running away, and he's just kind of like trying to cover him.
I got a trick for you.
I'm
that
like,
I want you to do.
you just want to have fun, Tony. You piece of shit.
I seen something, and I don't know how true it is, but I watched a video of it.
Was it gay porn?
No, boss. They said if you fucking get some scotch tape and you make like a square, your cat will get in there immediately and will not leave. And I've seen video footage of this shit.
He will leave.
I don't know, bro.
I believe
Try
you
it.
that he will go inside that square for a while.
But they
sure.
said they wouldn't leave. It's like, I don't know. I just
It
seen
sounds like a
videos.
kind of like a TikTok trick to like make people like you be like, "Ooh, this is fun. I like this."
Just like drinking your piss.
I'm gonna make me a square. Yes,
sure.
exactly. It's the kind of thing
Somebody
that people
should-
like talking about so much that it kind of doesn't matter if it's
I just
true.
want you to try it and record it and see what happens.
The P thing or the square?
Shit,
No, the square.
Both. Both.
I think that we made it far enough into this podcast that we can officially have Vel start rolling a blizzant.
Where's at, bro?
Can
Let
we
me get a
some
backwood.
Kizzush? I didn't even bring my bag. I didn't even think about this. How do you feel, you as just a normal guy out there in the world?
Yes.
How do you feel about Lil Nas X introducing your daughter to Satanism and
Bro.
making her drink human
I couldn't,
blood?
bro. I couldn't believe that shit when I seen it, bro.
The video.
I absolutely could not believe it. Just the picture of the shoe, period. I could not believe that shit, bro. I'm like, Nike is cool with this shit?
No, but they're not. They're suing the fucking dude
Bro.
that was doing it. Do we have weed, by the way?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
what?
we have weed.
Well, we're not supposed to smoke this because this is for the demonstration of the brand.
We
deal.
finna demonstrate
Josh
this shit
just
right
said
now,
yeah.
nigga. What?
Oh, we can smoke it. Okay,
nigga, we
no.
have to demonstrate. This is the perfect way. How else would we
Hey, y'all
let
got some.
know?
Y'all got some more for me? All right,
This is the last thing you need.
Nigga, y'all stole all my shit last
my
time.
Guy, look, check
Keep
it
AD
out.
off Kush.
We got the
and now
motherfucking
we get to rotate.
Presidential backwoods.
These
with
are the high
za-
quality
za-
woods that
za.
we were told about. Yeah,
Bro. No, they
15?
100. No, they 100. They 100.
this is what they come in. They
They
come in
From
a wood
100
box.
to 40 to
Coming in a wood
15.
box.
Yo, but you want to hear like the craziest fucking thing that you've ever heard in your life?
Of course.
Listen to how this is worded. And you know every backwood pack has like a weird poem on it or whatever.
I never bought one.
You never read the back of the pack?
This nigga can't roll up. How he gonna buy a pack of backwoods?
Listen to what it says here. Anyone who smokes has read this at least once. Backwoods doesn't make pretty cigars. Instead, we make the best cigars we can. We start with aged broadleaf wrappers for a naturally sweet flavor and a dark Maduro color.
This nigga sound like a commercial in the headphones.
Maduro. Then that's wrapped around carefully selected tobacco leaf, known for its mellow aroma and gentle taste. No paper wrapper means they might look a little rough around the edges, but they smoke true, just the way you want them to, because appearance doesn't matter. The cigar does.
This nigga sound like the commercial at the movie theaters.
Yeah.
Theaters.
Coming to theaters.
Near you.
Has anyone ever written an article about why, and I realize this is going to sound inappropriate, but why, like you guys both say theater, like theater.
Oh, man.
Like, where did that come
How do you
from?
say it?
And we just
Yeah,
had
how do you
some,
say it?
there was
Theater.
just somebody else in the
Like,
podcast
nigga,
who was
what?
saying it the same way.
Well, how do we
And
say
I was-
theater?
You say theater.
What's the right way to say it?
Theater.
Theater.
I was gonna say the same shit. Theater.
I've had
What you
so
talking
many
about?
people over the past couple weeks saying it like that it's kind of blowing my mind. Like, why are they all pronouncing it the way that it's
Bro.
spelled?
I'm
I
thinking
just-
about going Thursday. They open back up.
They
movie
do.
theater.
I just found out that salmon is actually salmon.
Salmon.
I was saying salmon
You were
forever my whole life.
salmon. It's salmon.
It's just like saying
Salmon.
4. And I say 4.
I say
Foe.
5.
5
You say potato, I say potato. You say tomato, I say tomato.
Let's call the whole thing off. Imagine I kind of like took a step back from advertising and just became like a advertising podcast. And I swear my brain is
I
fried
know.
now. Imagine I took a break from that and just became like a Frank Sinatra type singer.
I want to be the guy be like, I see skies lying blue. And I say to myself, what a wonderful world.
Okay, but if you want to do that, this is what I need you to do. You have to wear a suit 24/7. You can take it off to go sleep.
80 Samuels.
Yes. But if you were like take Kevin Samuels' aesthetic, but then you are like just become this super smooth dude in a suit all the time, and you get some songwriters help you out, and you reinvent music. Like, I'm not doing like rap, I'm not doing R&B.
No, I
I'm
wanna do it
doing
like that.
The soulful shit.
I'm like this. I'm the nigga that I come to and ba 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 ba. Shit like that.
What is that?
It's the
What
same
the
thing.
fuck
It's just
was
it's just
that?
a new,
Yeah.
the new level.
Well,
Like,
what the actual song you were just singing?
I don't know. I made it up.
It
That
was
was-
him off the
okay.
1942.
Chaba 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 chaba. Something like that.
Crickets.
You guys don't watch the Joe Budden podcast.
I do. What are
You
you
do?
talking about?
A
Yes.
lot?
Yeah, enough.
Enough. So you know about the Rowry and the mall.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about that breakup, bruh?
I don't give a fuck. We got a podcast here.
I know, but
It's the competition.
See, it's the way. But you know, okay. I was really excited to get in here and talk to you and Housephone about how seeing them fall out makes me realize how important it is that we don't.
Well, considering that you and Housephone are on the verge of breaking up every fucking week, and I'm the one mediating this shit.
I think the last argument that me and Housephone got into was probably like the best thing for our relationship.
I agree.
Because the podcast has been good since then. And I think that like what was kind of happening is that we were both doing little things that was pissing each other off. And then we just got into a big ass argument where we basically just like hit each other over the head with like 10 different things that pissed each other off about the other person. And now I feel like we're on better terms. Although he did not show up this week, which
We on better terms.
I really don't think that is like a me thing or a us thing. I think that's just
It's crazy when,
That's just a Housephone
when I'm
thing.
the one mediating this shit.
I know you've known us for like 6 months.
I know. I'm like, hey, you guys are brothers. But this is my logic. If you guys, you love each other, just go in the back and beat the dog shit out of each other, and then you're good after that.
I don't feel like we have to take it.
But that's kind of what the Joe Budden shit was too. They was kept saying that fucking Rory kept telling Joe like you want to keep fighting them, and he's like, "Oh, I fight friends," and he's like, "Who says we're friends?"
Oh yeah,
That
we gotta
kinda-
squabble
yeah.
up.
Yeah, there's a lot of little things over
Out of
the-
him
Oh God,
on the pod.
He said we're
I'm waiting to
friends.
sock a nigga on the pod one of these days. I'm just waiting,
I'm
bro.
finna
That's
sit across
the
that
one
side.
thing that has never happened. And I think we were talking about this the other day, but it has never happened. I've never seen a podcast turn into a fight.
Except for when you got DDT through the table the other day.
Let me just say this.
Not actually a
If
podcast,
anybody
yeah.
comes on my podcast or anything that I'm doing, you disrespect me, I don't give a fuck about this no jumper job enough to not beat the dog shit out of you. So everybody know that shit. I will beat the dog shit out of you.
There's only a few
Adam.
people.
And if Adam sus meter goes to another level,
There's only a few people that if you beat them up, it would be like, oh, we got to fire AD. We can't fucking have AD working.
I know,
here.
you guys was-
I'm on the list. But there's a lot of people that
Wait a minute.
if you were to beat them up, I would probably want to talk to the lawyer and make sure, like, yo, are we going to be good or whatever? But, like, I mean,
If any-
part of the fun of having AD around you is the feeling that he might just attack someone like a fucking enraged grizzly bear.
you know what's crazy? It's just like, if I was going to get fired for something, it should have been a lot of things a long time ago.
No, what have you even
When I
done that-
first came, I was terrible.
But doing what?
The shit that I used to say.
Yeah, but the only thing that you did that we had to correct was we just had to tell you like, yo, we can't be talking about a news story about someone snitching and you can't say that they need to kill him for snitching. Like that's just and you love it.
Kill
He
cuz.
loves that this is what he got reprimanded for. He loves it.
Kill cuz all over
Because he was just talking about like 6ix9ine and shit, and he was like, "Listen, like if I were them, I'm gonna be real with you. Like I wouldn't be even looking for him. I would just spray his mama's crib up." I'm kind of like
Allegedly.
say that.
I don't think we can put that in there. Somehow I feel like you like sort of
Commercial.
saying that someone should shoot 6ix9ine's mom seems like it's kind of over the line.
I mean, hey,
But I love that I have.
you say tomato, I say tomato.
I love that in correcting your behavior that it was stuff like that.
Okay.
That was just way like the kind of thing that I never would have dreamed of having to talk about in my life.
There's things like, it's like, okay, people don't understand. It's like, yeah, I literally, this is the best work environment that you can be in.
Why?
Because you get to bring your blammies, you can bring your homies.
Stop saying that.
And you can beat the dog shit out of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
You cannot. No one has ever fought anyone in here.
Yeah,
Luckily.
allegedly.
Luckily. That honestly, that's my big new goal though, and well, it's not really a new goal.
What, to
'cause-
fight a coworker?
Maybe Yassi, but no. I take it back. Yassi, it's a joke.
Stop it, man. They
I
be
kind
trying
of
to
joked about fighting her like
They be
multiple
trying to
times.
bully her enough, man.
Do they really still?
Yeah, they be trying to bully her, man.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he's cool.
I'm gonna watch. I still gotta watch that I Swear Vezo episode. Also, look, Vel just fucking fucked the blunt up. Look, you see that? I wasn't gonna. I just noticed. I'm like, oh, you know what it means when you see the weed still shaped
Now
like a
look.
blunt, but the blunt is gone.
This what happened.
You tore it.
Now the fucking stem is like.
Hey, I like that.
The stem is super fucking.
I like that.
The stem is just strong and.
Stem is strong.
The
And I don't
stem
smoke
got a
backwards.
blemish back. I burned my toe.
Bro, I was just watching like Deb Atney, Big U, etc. on fucking,
Fire.
It was fire too, but like, what even is the logic between what they do with Drink Champs now? Because they got Trick on there. They got like just a whole plethora of guests and no mics. The audio, honestly, is like a little fishy.
The street gatekeepers, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's why they had all that.
No
together.
fly
Yeah.
zone, brother.
I forgot because that's from what's the show called? Hip Hop Uncovered or whatever.
Fire.
I'll keep watching it because, bro, I got that Big U interview coming up.
Still want me to go with you?
We're doing it here. No, the one that you got to go with is when we go do his podcast.
Yeah. Hey,
What should I talk to him about? C-Mac, obviously.
I'm
When
with
he
you.
had you spooked. When you
Uncle
came,
loves me, man. We'll go holler
He
at him.
fucked with you and he had you all spooked.
Who?
He was
Big
like,
U?
He was like, hey.
Were you there when that happened?
Adam was all like, "What's up?" And he just looked at that nigga like,
He was like,
Bro, this nigga Adam's
Oh,
face,
you
bro.
Adam from No Jumper. I heard you don't like me.
his
And
face, bro. I was like,
I was
oh,
like,
no.
fucking heart pulled out your chest.
I
I
walked
was like,
off.
I
I was
laughed
like-
because I'm like, who
I
the
walked
fuck?
off.
I'm like, what kind of business I got not liking you? And he's like, I'm just playing with you. It's in one of the vlogs. It's in that vlog with T.I. and Young Thug and shit.
Man, look, Unc is one of the nicest guys, bro. He's solid as hell.
It's hard to like resolve like, so this guy started the Crips? Like, why? He's so nice. Like, this is like the nicest.
He didn't start the Crips.
All right, but he basically like kind of.
Williams started the Crips.
Right, but he basically like had a bigger role than
Bro,
anybody you could fucking think of.
Think about all the street guys you know that you're super cool with. They're nice fucking guys, bro.
Whack 100's a little crazy.
He's nice as Wack is solid. Wack came on this platform
Okay.
and said that he don't got a problem with you.
I do not have a problem with Whack either.
And I heard that you didn't even think he was gonna come.
I didn't even know that he was going to come out. But also, this is the thing with Whack. When you're having a conversation with Whack, he really like you're periodically reminded that this guy's really in the streets. You could talk to Big U for a while and just feel like you're talking to your uncle. Like he's just got such a nice vibe that it's almost kind of hard to like draw the line of like how he is. I don't know.
And watch the episode when Wack came on here.
Yeah, I
Watch
saw a big chunk of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That shit was dope.
shout out Whack.
Bro, I tell people all the time, Wacken did a lot for me, bro. He didn't came to my neighborhood, Dolo, him and Wacko, put my homies on TV. You know what I'm saying? When I went to his neighborhood, got me my own fucking trailer, made all my homies fucking feel welcome. Homies was getting into it with some of them people over there. Guess what? He jumped in the way of the other Crips.
Niggas
You know what I'm
started
saying?
tripping?
I have a
it was
question.
on.
I have a question.
Ask Wack 100. He'll tell you.
Damn.
Will you?
Can't take niggas nowhere.
This actually goes for both of you guys. How many barbecues and cookouts are you planning on inviting me to this summer?
How
many
many
are
do I
you
think you're
planning
going to
on
come
attending?
to? None.
I'm going to all of them. I need a burger.
I told you to come. Well, come to my mom's. I told you,
Okay.
and then you're gonna have you some nice gumbo. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, I'm trying to come.
Yeah, you
Is,
can
is,
do it.
is there
Pause.
going to be one that's kind of like in the family reunion in Poetic Justice when they're driving up north and they see
It's-
the giant like family reunion on the side of the road, which I've driven up north mad times. I don't know where this was happening.
It's gonna be more your speed. It's more family orientated. Unless you want to come to like a hood barbecue, I'll take you there.
Will Tupac be there?
And if you take some shrooms, he may be.
But okay, like, would you? Are you this summer? Are you going to barbecues in the hood?
I just came from a fucking barbecue in the hood.
So you're at barbecues where you're thinking like, I could get shot here. Like this could turn into some crazy
Bro,
shit.
did you just see where I was at for my homeboy's memorial?
No,
Did you watch my story?
never.
It was fucking ridiculous. Okay.
Nigga never.
He watches my story all the time.
Sometimes I don't though. I'm not sure I saw this.
Well, I went to my my home. What I was talking about last time, my
Right.
homie that died from cancer.
Which shout out to all the fans who
Yeah.
are showing a lot of love about that in the comments
hey,
because I didn't really expect that. Like I didn't know that they were going to be
Shout
so
out.
nice about that.
And I got a lot of DMs, bro. Like overwhelmed with DMs and stuff like that. People was just like showing me real love and shit like that. So we had a memorial from him in our neighborhood.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we from the same area, and you know, all Bloods, Crips, Power, everybody came down there, showed their love. Nobody got into it. You know what I mean?
See, that's the kind of party I want to go to.
Yeah, and on top of that, usually things happen when people go live in the neighborhoods. People was going live, and nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? I went to my neighborhood store for the first time in like years.
Really?
And that's like a fucking dangerous.
Oh, I
ass
saw.
store.
Okay, yeah. Now I kind of know.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, AD in the corner store. That looks like a hood corner store. What is he doing in there?
Yeah, you know, it's just, you know, with my peoples.
That's dope.
But I'm prepared for anything to happen at all times. Just know that.
So you mean like a sack race or like a hacky sack game or?
Let me tell you this, and this is my logic. As soon as I hit the 110 freeway, I'm ready for whatever. That's when I think that anything You can be a victim of anything once you hit the 110.
You're
freeway.
expecting to
110.
die on the 110.
No, I'm just saying, like, you got to be ready for whatever once you start going into South Central and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
110 ain't no
A nigga
joke.
live good now, you know what I mean? But, you know, when I hit that 110, hey, I'm ready for whatever.
Act right.
You're gonna
That's
make
a
a good
diverse
unk.
freeway.
A good what?
Good unk.
Thanks.
Like I could see it. Like when we're talking about Big U and Wag, and then you're talking about being in the neighborhood and stuff. I'm like, AD's gonna make a good 40-year-old rap elder statesman.
I have a long time for that.
I hope myself to be one as well.
Stay away from hood barbecues.
Nah, we can't do that. We can't just stay away, right?
I mean, you can. I can't.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to go. I want to like. I'm really excited to like. Yeah, all right. I want to say this. Post COVID, I am very, very excited to be outside and very, very anxious about having to be like backstage at music festivals.
They didn't announce a lot of festivals too.
And I just like when I think about it, like you know, I like going to Rolling Loud,
That shit was lit.
but bro, it's just like a certain level to which that's just kind of stressful for me to have to be around a million people.
Hey, it's funny too that my homie, shout out to my homie Baby Black. He was like, man, tell that nigga Adam, man, I need to fuck with all these porn stars and shit that he knows.
They always say that. Everybody always says that, and I'm kind of like, you know, like I know girls, but what are you bringing to the table that necessarily is going to make them interested?
Dick.
Yeah, I guess that's one thing. You know, all these girls want a dude who's down to be on their OnlyFans. You like that video I sent you of Fat Boy fucking? Bro, tell me why.
That's a shout out to Fat Boy,
I
man.
click on my DMs and I just see a DM that just like I see my requests on Twitter. It says, "Did you see this?" I'm like, I click the little preview to just see what the video was going to be. I click on it to actually watch the video, and I'm watching Fat Boy just beating some pussy up.
That's his girl though.
I know, and I know that she has the OnlyFans. I'd heard him say that before. I never like really like scoped her or anything. And you know, a lot of guys like him, you know, like if you are famous, you want to keep it low key. You do the blowjob scene. You're like this. You're getting your dick sucked. You're filming it with your phone. You're beating it up from behind. It's easy to film it like that. But then anything beyond that, in terms of like sex positions, like you know, fucking missionary is pretty normal, right? But you never see anybody do it on OnlyFans because if you're filming with the phone and you're fucking missionary, it's like you got to have your phone up here. But now you have the fisheye mode. You can switch it to the 0.5x camera.
Oh, shit.
That helps you like to get in them spots a lot better. Also, that thing makes your dick look way bigger. When you put it way down at the
Take
base of your
notes. Take
cock,
notes.
you think that thing was a pumper for sure. But
That's dope though. Like,
it's cool that Fat Boy just put the camera up on a tripod and was like, I'm gonna beat this up. He got his shirt on, so it's not like you get to see the full scene. You don't really see his dick. He's just kind of beating it
and
up.
that's
from
what you're
behind.
looking for, huh?
No, I was just impressed. Like, I never, like, I fuck with Fat Boy, but I never like thought that I would see him fucking.
We live in a world now. I never thought I'd see you fucking.
Right.
You did?
Yes.
How?
You did.
You went through my phone?
Yes.
No, bro. Somebody said, look, is this Adam? And they was on Reddit. And you was doing your thing.
Really?
Let's do the shebang bang, man.
By Reddit, do you mean Leno the Plug's OnlyFans?
I don't know. It was on Reddit.
That shouldn't be there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should definitely not be there.
yeah.
Man,
So
I don't
somebody tell somebody to take that
They
off.
better delete that shit.
Did you see this clip of Lil Xan and Supreme Patty getting into it at a club?
No.
I know. I didn't see it
That's
until today, but it
hilarious.
was
White on white crime.
It was on World Star. He's Mexican, and Supreme Patty's from Florida.
the fuck is that to do with his
Jesus
ethnicity?
Christ.
He's not white. He's Floridian.
He's Floridan.
Yeah, it's hard to tell if it was real or not, especially from them two, because they just so are the type of dudes that would do
Troll
something
some
like
shit
this,
like
that would
that.
troll some shit. But then also it's like, it's in the club. If they were faking it, you'd probably see somebody on Twitter viral for like saying they were faking it. I don't know. It's kind of hard to imagine them pulling it off. But then, I mean, Supreme Patty, like, I guess we can talk about this now since the group broke up. Remember when Supreme Patty got his ass beat by Shoreline at that one show?
No.
Jeez, I'm too in the loop. There's a video that came out of like some associates from Shoreline just straight waffle stomping fucking Supreme Patty.
They turned him to a Supreme Patty.
Supreme Patty to me has always been the nicest guy, such a nice guy, and it just surprises me when I like see he's getting in a fight at the club with Lil Xan, allegedly. I don't know if that was real or not, but that Shoreline beatdown that really happened.
You can't fake that. I need a lighter and a key or something.
That's
I'm
funny.
trying to think if there's anything on this list that I want to talk about before we start smoking Kush. I mean, I guess I could just bring up the fact that Fujiano is locked up in jail and telling Trey Songz he's gonna beat his
shit
ass.
was funny.
AD
when I
about to
seen
be
the
like,
video.
we'll see about that.
I didn't say nothing, man.
Bro, Fujiano was on the run for 3 months. No rapper has ever been on the run for 3 months before.
What does that mean?
I mean, I'm just saying it's pretty impressive.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
Like 3 months
Wait,
is a long time.
What about
How long did
TK?
TK do?
Oh God.
He did the race. What are you talking
But I
about?
think it was less than. It might have been a couple months, but I think it was probably less than 3 months.
Nigga, there's a show called I Almost Got Away With It. Watch that. People be on the run for 10 years.
Really?
Yes, bro. It's
What
crazy.
what
For
channel?
some
is it?
crazy ass.
I'm gonna
murder.
send you shit. I
That
think
sounds
it's
really good.
No, it's actually it's like 3-4 seasons, bro.
Really?
And it's talk about how people almost got away with certain crimes.
See, I love that. I love the idea of like a perfect crime, like, and I always like will think about like that in the sense of like, you know, a bank robbery or whatever. Like, I just really enjoy thinking about like, what is the way? There's got to be a way that you could actually get away with it. Or when you're watching like
being seen.
when you're watching a murder documentary and you're like thinking about how they go through with it, like usually you can just immediately see what they did wrong. But it's like so fascinating to try to think about like, how could they have actually
See, and
pulled
this
it off?
and this is the good thing about the show. You're talking to the people who got caught.
Right.
So they're telling you behind bars, like, this is how I got caught. I almost got it's called I Almost Got Away With It. But some of the people they on the run for 10 years, bro.
Yeah.
They're on the run 9 years, 5 years. Some escaped from prison. There was one guy who escaped from prison twice, which is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wow.
how you do
Yes.
that?
That's
El
what's
Chapo.
really depressing about being famous is that I'm pretty sure if I went on the run, like, what am I going to do?
I know where to find you.
Where?
The Jack Shack.
In
Indiana.
In Wuhan, yeah. But like, that's the problem is like, if I move somewhere where nobody's going to know who I am, like if I move to Japan,
Them niggas gonna be like, Adam!
all right, if I move to Bangladesh or like somewhere where nobody knows who I am, the problem is still going to be I'm just going to stand out so much that at some point the conversation is going to be like, why is there this fucking big tattooed white guy like on the corner?
See, and that's the thing too. When a 6ix9ine shit happen, it's like, how the fuck are you gonna be able to get protective custody with all these goddamn 6ix9ine tattoos on your face?
Isn't it funny how we all thought he was dead meat and then he's been free for like over a year now and ain't shit happened?
I mean, once you with the police,
Yeah, nothing's
you're
gonna
done.
happen in here, bro.
Like I said, you can walk.
That
out-
nigga's a cop.
Oh no, I fully believe that there are people who are like excited and ready to ship this guy, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. Like nobody wants to go to jail. And nobody wants to shoot into a crowd of security guards just to maybe kill the one guy that you want to kill. It's just like he has not put himself in any kind of situation
Drop the Avengers and then see.
in which he's really wait, what?
Drop the Avengers.
What's that?
Drop your boys,
They
nigga.
got the superhero team.
Drop
security
the niggas.
around
Get
them.
rid of them.
Oh yeah.
And then
Well, that's
see what
obviously never
happens.
gonna happen because
Somebody on the street's gonna get that nigga,
and-
a random nigga.
he's right when he says like every rapper has security. Why y'all clowning me for having security?
They do.
Okay, fair. But you have a lot of fucking security. Like Quavo was in that apartment building in North Hollywood by himself with a COD box set. I am not really sure if 6ix9ine would put himself in the same position. But I don't know. Like,
There's nothing wrong with security.
but this is the thing is that I guess we're all just kind of hoping that 6ix9ine runs out of money. Right?
I don't, bro. I just
Because
I don't,
that's the only way that this is ever going to happen, right?
I don't care.
No, I don't care either. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if the people who said he was gonna die, like, honestly, it would almost be worth it just for the memes. I just want to see what Lil Reese gonna tweet. And I'm not wishing death on him, but I do want to know. I want to see Lil Reese's drafts. Like, what he probably got a tweet already lined up for it. Or you think he's more of a spontaneous guy? Did you see that he's beefing with his ex super hard?
Nah.
6ix9ine, and that like the one with all the or not his ex, the one with the tattoos of him and shit.
Oh.
And like,
Wow.
he did like a crazy ass Instagram post with like mad bags that he bought her and all this crazy shit. And it's basically, and actually, I was astonished when I realized this happened because
She was holding him down.
the rap blogs that I read didn't cover this, and I'm like, whoa, are y'all really gonna like stop covering this guy. But like, yeah, he bought her mad shit, posted up about it, said like, tell my girl to stop being mad at me, yada, yada. And it's like, oh shit. Because if there's anybody who got a story to tell, it's her. Because she was with him through all that shit. Can you imagine what kind of shit she knows about?
She got the ins and outs and the locations
Sure,
too.
she definitely do.
Yeah.
She know a lot.
Tap in. Let me get that Addy. There's probably so many people that know his actual address. It doesn't seem very well hidden.
But that's the thing. Like, a lot of people will say, "Oh, this is this and that," but who really like? You have to really care and be invested in a situation. I don't fucking care. There's snitches all through the hoods and shit like that. You feel me? Like, fuck them. It is what it is. Why do I care about this nigga?
Okay, but like,
There's rats all around Los Angeles right now.
okay,
Literally.
let's just go super hypothetical. Your best friend goes to jail for 10 years. There's a guy who snitched on him. He's
Yeah,
on the street.
Fuck him. He out of here.
You think that would go down?
I
But
mean,
what's
yeah.
up with the people snitching? Is it just that they didn't snitch on someone important enough?
No, the thing is that a lot of people will say certain things, but if things really don't happen to you, that's like right now. If somebody mama fucking dies from COVID, you feel me? They're gonna be affected by it more than somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And versus somebody
Yeah.
whose mom's a fucking live. So the same thing goes with snitching. Like, do we like snitches? Fuck no, we don't like rats. But are we gonna make it our thing to involve ourselves and take penitentiary chances for somebody that is not affected by us? Like, you know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna give you an example.
right.
There's niggas that snitched on some of my homeboys. You feel what I'm saying? I'm invested into that. You know what I mean? If they get something happen to them, something happen to them. That is what it is. But I don't give a fuck about 6ix9ine. He ain't telling nobody I fucking know.
Oh yeah. Definitely wouldn't give a fuck about that. But
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
when the one documentary, I think it was the Hulu documentary, when you realize that there is an Uber driver, the driver who literally was a federal informant, who allowed the feds to outfit his SUV with cameras. The guy who is the reason why we all know exactly what happened that night that 6ix9ine got kidnapped, because there is a fucking recording of everything that happened. Like, he fully got on board with the feds. That guy is still an Uber driver in Brooklyn, and he has multiple times picked up 9 Trey Blood members who recognized him, who he had been around, and whatever.
But who did he testify against?
I mean, I don't know if he testified, but he basically worked with the feds to make it so that there could be evidence
But see,
against.
didn't they have
them.
like some like sexual misconduct charges on him, and that's what they hovered over his head?
And you know what's interesting is that they didn't mention that at all in the documentary, but I had originally heard that this driver had, I forget what it was. I don't know if it was a 17-year-old or
Yeah,
a
it was some
14-year-old, but it
predator
was
shit.
something where he was doing something, and maybe like if like he would be shipped back to Mexico or some shit if fucking this came out or whatever. So that's why he was extra incentivized to get on board with the feds. Either way, but the fact
But he's
that
a civilian though,
he's
bro.
picked up these 9 Trey Bloods, and they don't really look at him as like somebody that something needs to happen to. But also, why would you? He's not from your world,
Bro,
He's so. But I'm surprised that they're mature enough to take that position.
Civilians are not snitches, bro. It's the people that once you join this shit, you when you jump off the porch, you take an oath that you're not going to tell on nobody, no matter what.
But that's interesting because do you think that if you were to look at like, do you think that
My nigga,
I don't know what I
if an
wanna
old
throw.
lady goes and tells on me, bro,
Right.
that I do something, she's not a snitch, bro.
I get it, but if you're a rapper who has a driver, is it your responsibility to make sure that that driver is not going to snitch on you? Because it doesn't seem very realistic. That driver, if you're a guy who has a driver all the time, that driver's going to know about everything that you get into. And there's not like yeah, you could get a driver who is gang related, who actually like has to go by this code if you want. I
Was
guess.
that driver doing was his driver doing illegal shit? I don't think so.
No.
I think that he was just like, okay, I'm just gonna take him here and there,
Yeah.
and we got some shit because we want to prosecute these motherfuckers. We're gonna use that. He's a civilian, bro. He probably wouldn't have told or did anything if they didn't put that shit over him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm
Sure,
saying.
didn't want to tell.
Yeah.
They were going to find something either way though.
But like I was, it goes back to what I was saying. Like, if you're really, who's really invested into hurting 6ix9ine as an individual? You know what I'm saying? If anybody needs to feel that way, it need to be the niggas in New York. I doubt that all these motherfuckers really care to where they're gonna want to do some shit.
I need to be niggas in Chicago.
Well, I mean, you've been taunting them niggas.
But
though.
that's the kind of crazy thing is that you.
No, I take it back. That nigga came and did the shit with Nip. Niggas is hot.
Yeah.
I just remembered.
Right.
Oh, he did do
He
that
sure
stupid
did.
shit.
Never mind.
That's the thing about it, though, is
definitely did.
that it's almost like easier to imagine that Chicago dudes would want to kill him for saying all this crazy shit about Vaughn and Dirk's brother and all this shit.
That's unforgiving.
Exactly. That almost feels like they would be like more enticed to do something than the Brooklyn dudes who, yeah, like he put your friends in jail for 10 years, but somehow like the shitting on King Von's memory so publicly over and over, just like
That shit pissed me off, bro.
My nigga, if you
Yeah.
diss somebody that was close to me, my nigga, it's up forever. You can't go back on that shit, bro.
And that's the crazy shit is that did you see that the co-founder of CTE, Jeezy's label, went on, I think, Drink Champs, or it was the Big Bang thing maybe, their podcast, and he basically said that Jeezy lost respect from everybody in the streets when he squashed shit with Gucci, like when he basically like allowed him to diss his dead homie on that
Oh
thing.
God, Jeezy's for sure a fucking wiener for that, bro.
I love you, Val.
For sure, bro. I'm just saying, nigga. I was like, wow,
Fucking
nigga.
wiener.
I get-
He
like-
speaks for the average man.
Wait a minute.
Bro,
That's
you
what I like
diss
about
my
Val.
dad, homie, nigga. I don't give a
See, but
fuck,
this is
bro.
see,
None of that
I
shit,
felt,
bro.
I felt that way at first too, but then niggas was telling me, well, that wasn't really his homie like that. So I'm like, which
Oh,
one
was it?
See, but that's why I don't know. If it's
He
not
sent
really,
the nigga to go hit it, but it out. I don't
yeah,
know,
but
nigga.
I can go send somebody to go do some shit right now. That don't mean I'm fucking close to him.
He probably wasn't though. Jeezy probably wasn't.
But
close
you have to
him.
remember that Jeezy
I wouldn't send
comes.
nobody I love to go
Jeezy
with fucking-
only came to
You feel
exist because of BMF. BMF was one of the biggest drug dealing operations in like the history of this country. You don't think
Shout out
that
to
they
BMF, free the homies.
You don't think they got a whole bunch of dudes who are down to just crash out and just go do something for one of? And you got to remember, at that time, Jeezy is BMF's investment, and Gucci Mane is basically making him look like a joke, clowning him, getting hotter and hotter in the streets by the minute. Jeezy's a huge rapper, but it's like that dynamic where you see another rapper coming up and they're kind of building their name by shitting on you. Bro,
You the ashtray.
there was probably so many random dudes that were down to go try to kill Gucci on behalf of Jeezy at that time.
And
Ain't
see,
nobody finna do nothing though.
but
Not
see,
to Gucci.
that's the
They tried, Val.
the backstory that I want to know is, were they close like that? And because I've had people who fuck with Jeezy who've told me like they wasn't cool like that, and I've also heard other people say that they was cool.
There was a rapper on CTE, a Crip. I think his name. Oh,
Yeah, no.
I was just like,
I just
oh,
thought
no.
about it.
There was his name White? I think it was a white rapper named White. And he was on fucking CTE. I wonder if those videos are still online. I would love to see that shit again now.
That shit's sorry.
Did you see what's on this lighter? It's a picture of
Yes, bro. I was gonna say that shit.
My
Shout out to
brother,
my
Kiki.
nigga, man. Kiki.
For some reason, he got a light-skinned
This shit
lighter
hard.
made of
I
himself.
know that shit's funny.
This
But,
shit is really funny to me. I was like, hell yeah. He like,
Yeah. I don't know where the fuck you got this made, but I'm very into
he
it.
did that.
We need a Vel lighter.
He definitely did that. We definitely need a Vel
I'll
lighter.
buy a Veil lighter, support the homie.
I would give them bitches out like here. We got
Oh, 5-5
on
Crib.
5-5 crib.
Oh, 55th strike.
Feeling real nifty right now.
Bro, there's an Ernie and Bert song I keep listening to. Rubber Duck.
I was like, Rubber Ducky, you're the one.
Bro, why do you say nifty multiple times in that song?
He do?
Yes. Oh, Rubber Duck, you sure look
Hey, you
nifty.
cannot tell me the fucking Op Goblin song "Don't Go Hard," nigga.
That song
That
made
shit
me feel like
hard,
He
nigga.
said that too.
Bro, I fuck with that
I
shit.
heard
I
that
literally
song,
was
I'm
like,
like,
nigga.
C-Mac could have a
And
nice
then the
little
nigga
career.
that he featured with is perfect for the song too. Like they did that shit like perfect together, bro. They did that shit. That shit hard. It was low key stuck in my head for like a couple days. I was like, Op Goblin.
Yo, I had it stuck in my head, too.
For sure, singing
I don't know
that
where
shit.
C-Mac goes from here. And I don't know if he has the self-control to really like...
You have to bring him back at some point.
I feel like you should.
Yeah, but you and other people have made me paranoid about aligning myself with him so closely.
I like it. It's funny.
I like him too, but I just don't want everybody to think that forehead is something that I'm fucking trying to...
It's not even about that though. That was
But
before.
nobody really... I haven't
Yeah.
seen anybody really coming at me acting like I'm instigating beef by having him on? Because I think the best thing is that
But
when
see,
he did that
you didn't-
podcast, he didn't say
you
nothing
didn't-
about his ops.
You didn't say nothing. You didn't say nothing or ask him
trigger,
anything
yeah.
to trigger him to diss
was-
somebody, bro.
yeah.
That'd be different if you was
Yeah, if you
like,
trigger
so
him to
tell me
diss.
about blah, 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 and all this
What's the
stuff.
tattoo
Then
on
it'd
your
be
forehead
different.
or something? You know,
Yeah.
like why you got it or something. Like,
And I was
thought
thinking
he would have
about it.
asked some shit like that. Honestly, like
I asked him why he
This
got it,
nigga.
but he didn't go into like, oh, this is the name of the gang that I have issues with, and this is why. You know, he didn't really.
Even like the Milk interview, bro. Like you didn't ask Milk nothing that was like dissing anybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like no one's gonna trip when it's like that.
They gonna say what they
you
gonna
just
say,
represented
bro.
at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, no, for real, because like, bro,
God damn, this motherfucker.
it gets smoked.
The
fast,
smoke
right?
cloud.
And you're sitting where you were sitting last time. and
Here
you
we
just
go.
get cooked.
Where's the couch?
No, but yeah, that really made me think though. Is like, you know, rappers come on here and they talk about beefs that they have with other rappers. That's fine. If a gang member comes on here and is really talking about gang, like what gang he hates, and like using this platform as a way to basically like
That's not
humiliate
smart.
another gang.
Yeah.
That all of a sudden becomes something I don't really want to be a part of.
And-
C-Mac could have easily took it to that level, and he didn't. And I think that's a big part of why people like that interview and why he's
Yeah.
likable.
He kept it
If he had been,
professional.
but he says shit on fucking his Instagram that is the exact kind of shit I'm talking about.
But-
That would have been not great to have him saying.
But
that
in
shit.
hindsight as well too, if a street nigga come on here and talks about some shit, some beef shit, and they're talking about the op, and something happens to that op, they'll use your fucking interview and prosecute somebody, and now everybody's gonna be sitting there gonna say Adam's the fucking police.
You see how happy Vlad was when it came out that Nick Cannon's interview got brought up in
instead of
Cassidy's shit,
Casanova's?
Casanova's
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
But that's the thing though. It's like, you know, you don't want to be the reason why somebody gets life in fucking jail or something like that for the hell of clicks and shit. Like, nah, man, that shit ain't cool. Niggas got families, and you know what I mean.
And I mean, honestly, like I can't really like as much as people want to say that, oh, Adam 22 is the feds, whatever. It's like I can't really think of any time I did a podcast where someone like came on and was really. I guess there probably have been times over the years, but you know, like motherfuckers just don't really air themselves out that much.
They'd be dumb too. That'd be their fault.
I applaud you though,
But nobody takes it like that. It's always it's
No.
your fault because you're
No,
older, you're
nigga.
white, you're smarter. You
matter
should,
what you ask
you
a
should
nigga.
be smarter than this
I
person.
applaud you
you're
though
interviewing,
because
you know?
there's a lot of shit that you can say and do that you don't do, and I know behind the scenes that I'd be like, I respect that.
Like
shit.
what?
I'm just saying, there's a lot of incidents where you like, damn, I could have did this, but it's like I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? Like your moral compass clicks in.
Yeah.
Versus somebody
Most
who
of
would
the
just be
time.
like, fuck it, let me
Most
go
of the
all the
time.
way in.
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at it as like in the short term. Yeah, you might make a little bit more YouTube revenue, but it's like the brand is more important in the long
Have
run.
fucking integrity. You know what I'm saying? Be a stand-up guy. Treat people the way you want to be treated. At the end of the day,
But that's what's weird about the news thing is that a lot of rappers like basically want to be famous and then don't want the news to be able to talk about them. Like they want to get mad as fuck at academics for reporting on something that like is news.
like, nigga.
And it's like, bro, like he's just doing his job. Like you really can't you can't expect to be this famous and to get arrested for beating a girl up or
And
for
a nigga not talk about it.
getting
Like,
pulled over
duh.
with drugs in your car, whatever. It's like they're gonna report on that. That's just life.
that's the argument that I was having with Housephone. That you know what I'm saying. People are going to treat you differently than they're going to treat Adam. You know what I'm saying? They expect Adam to do some shit like that. They're not going to expect you as a black man to, you know what I'm saying, comment on another black man, and that's why academics get so much slack as well. People are not going to give the same energy to academics that they're going to give to you.
But it goes both ways because on one hand, me inserting myself into black people business is always going to get that response. Why you want to talk about black people business so much? And but I only get that if it feels like I'm having too much of an opinion, if I'm getting too much in the mix, if I'm talking too reckless, etc. I will get that response. Academics is a black dude, so he gets treated differently, and it's like he's under way. Bro, I saw when that Quavo and Sweetie thing came out, he was #1 trending. Why? He wasn't in the video. He didn't put the video. He reposted the video, but that's crazy. Like people really like look at him as like just a punching bag for the media. Like they use him as a representation of the whole media, and so it's like he posted that video, but so did Vlad, so did I, so did fucking Jason Lee, so did everyone, and it's like nobody really thinks to give them the shit.
I think a lot of that shit too is from the affiliation with 6ix9ine. That adds to it. And you know,
didn't help him.
one thing that I can say though, I'm just happy that he don't allow himself to get bullied. I respect that.
Yeah. No, yeah.
And
as much as I hated going through that whole thing with him, he was making a point that I get. And when you see the way that he just keeps going at it with Meek and Rory from the fucking podcast and all these people, it's like, on one hand, that's not really like how I might necessarily handle it, but you got to respect it, because it's like he's really letting people know, if they want to like really beef with him, like, this is how I'll treat you. I'll talk about you the way that I talk about you behind your back. You don't. That is not fun for a lot of people, bro.
And you don't have to be a street guy to stand up for yourself. You feel me? I don't care who, black, white, purple, blue. Don't be a pussy. Somebody come at you, shit, give them that same energy. But be prepared. If you run into a nigga in person, you know what I'm saying? A nigga, be prepared for what that comes with as well.
You feel me?
Because niggas gonna run into you and they're not gonna be playing
at all.
You think they'll ever get Ack lacking in public?
I think that he knows that there's a possibility that niggas are gonna try to get him. He ain't stupid. He ain't about to be like, he has fucking money. He's gonna, if anybody should have security, it should be him. He doesn't claim to be a street nigga. He doesn't claim to be a tough guy. If he even told on somebody, bro, like, I wouldn't look at him any different than I look at him now.
I feel like, don't you feel like that would fuck his shit up if he told on somebody?
He's not a street guy. He's a civilian.
Yeah, but don't you feel like he can't really get away from that expectation?
He is a street guy. They treat him the
You mean he's not a street guy?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not a street guy. So look, the rules don't apply for him, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's a hip hop journalist, bro. He doesn't claim to be nothing else, bro.
But I think you right now are giving him more leeway than the general population in rap would.
They doing that because he's black, bro.
But Vlad, lawsuit against Rick Ross. Mm-hmm. Don't you think that in a lot of ways that people in rap treat Vlad quite different as a result of that? Now, Vlad still has a great business and he still does a shitload of interviews, but I mean, there are a lot of people who I know for a fact basically won't have anything to do with Vlad because of that. Maybe not a lot, but at least some.
Bro, people are still running up and down to do Vlad interviews, bro.
And to be honest, like his recent cancellation where like a shitload of people like basically talk shit about him didn't really have anything at all to do with the Vlad thing and that, or the Ross thing, and that was forever ago.
You want to cancel somebody? Don't go to their fucking platform at all. Don't talk about their platform. That's what really being canceled is. You feel me? You can't say this person is canceled and you go do some shit.
Talk about them.
People pick and choose what they want to fuck with and what they not want to fuck with.
But that's the thing that recently a bunch of different people like really got vocal against Vlad and really kind of tried to turn it into a thing.
And I told you this.
And people that were on his platform.
I fucking told you that this was going to happen. I told you this. You was like, nah, it's not like that. I'm like, nigga, no, nigga, it's about to go down over, you know what I'm saying, Louis Farrakhan, bro.
I was surprised that I would have thought that other things would. I didn't think that would have been the thing that really set it off.
But don't you remember I coming in here and I'm like, listen, bro, you do not fuck with that community, bro. You know what I mean?
It's just crazy because, like, it kind of like okay, I read a lot of mainstream news. I have a fucking subscription to the New York Times. I see the articles that the New York Times puts out about Louis Farrakhan, and they call him an anti-Semite, and they talk about him like he's a fucking hate monger. And this is the biggest journalistic institution in the country, and a lot of them would.
Who runs that though?
Are you going to say the Jews? Because this might be a little dicey.
No, I don't know who runs it. I'm just asking.
Who runs the New York Times? I don't know. They're bored.
But they're not. There's not black media.
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like Vlad saying that just hit so different. Like these dudes, like Louis Farrakhan's banned from all these social media sites for literally shit he said about the Jews, and then like Vlad basically like kind of sort of like misquoted like a thing that he said, and like man, like they really, I just sort of like wonder if all those people who were so offended by that necessarily realize the shit that's said about Louis Farrakhan in the media by the mainstream media every day.
Yeah, but
maybe not every day.
Who is? You got to think about it. Like, okay, hip hop, right? Predominantly black culture, right? So you, Vlad, everybody has an obligation to, you know what I'm saying, adhere to this culture the right way. You know what I mean? Not do shit that's gonna fuck up the culture or take away from the culture. I like to think that you bring something to the culture. You know what I'm saying? And anybody, if they're taking from our culture, which is ran by black people, they need to get the fuck out the culture. And it don't matter if they black, white, blue, orange, whatever the fuck the situation is.
I don't like to, like, I feel like in a lot of ways, if I just talk about politics too much and like little weird things in politics.
Fuck politics. Let's stay off of that shit.
It kind of like takes away from like what I'm trying to do at times. I don't really want to make my fucking platform all about me having some like it's so tempting because now everybody wants to be either like mega far conservative or super super woke. And I'm not a huge fan of either. To be totally honest, I think they're both fucking nuts.
You just love poker. It's fine.
That's true. But I follow a lot of like I follow a lot of the mega far right people. Like I get people DMing me like, why do you follow Steven Crowder? It's like, bro, I don't agree with this guy on much, but it's interesting. It's entertaining. And I feel the same way about some of the crazy ass social justice warrior people.
I don't even know who Steven Crowder is.
I've never heard of him.
I think you're going to be okay, but you should join the mug club.
What is that?
I've never heard of that either.
That's his thing where like you get a mug and like
Break it off someone's head?
no, I think you pay like $5 a month for the mug or something, and that's like his monetization thing. I don't know, or maybe you get a mug every month.
That's a lot of mugs.
Sounds like way too many mugs.
for sure.
You're 3 years in, you got 36 mugs plus whatever mugs you started with.
Fuck.
You got you can start a mug store?
I did think it was kind of smart when I saw that you had the mug club because it's like a way of like getting people to give you money every month.
Yeah.
Without just being like, give me money every month. It's like, no, you get a mug. I think it's a mug a year. I can
For
handle
$5
that.
a month, you get a mug a year?
That is an expensive $60 mug. But like the idea is like,
It's going to be made out of silver.
you want to like
Yeah.
create ways for people to support you because like with the super conservative media shit, a lot of them, they don't make any money on YouTube and shit. So like they are trying to find other ways to make money or whatever. I mean, they can eat a dick, but you know, most of them anyway. Anything else we should talk about? You high yet?
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
low-key getting there.
You're getting
That was a high answer.
That's hard.
Gang.
You know my game I have going with my kid now that is like the 100% puts a smile on her face? I call it jackhammer. And I hold her by her belly / rib cage and I go, and I just shake her real quick and I make that noise. And it's like super funny.
I put my son over. He loves it. I put my son over my fucking shoulder.
Really?
Yeah, and it he just holds him and runs around like that. Hey, I'm literally really concerned for Housephone now.
Yeah, I'm worried about that
What's up
too.
with
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody got a text.
Nah.
No, but you know what I actually did today when I was playing with her for like the first time? I made her cry, but like I didn't even really do anything. I was just like rolling her. Like she likes it when I like put her on her belly and then she like flips back to her back. And I did it like 2-3 times. And for some reason, the third time I did it, just and I'm just like, oh, like I felt horrible, even though, you know, I got to chalk it up to just her being a baby. And my girl was like, oh, she's at the, you know, because they only have like a couple hours of being cool after they wake up. And then by the end of those couple hours, they're not cool.
Oh, my son throws tantrums now.
Just liable to get pissed off. But he throws more tantrums at the end of like when he's getting tired, right?
Maybe
tired
like 2
for
times
sure.
a day now when he's tired. He be just jumping. He just be jumping. He gets pissed off and crying.
Your kid sounds way worse than Josh's kids, though. He sounds way crazier.
Oh, man. I deserve it, though.
Why?
Karma, bro.
Karma for what? Being a bad kid?
Yes,
Look
bro.
at Adam
Putting my
sparking up
mama
the
through
roach.
it.
Sparking the roach.
Roach gang, bro. Man, though, dude, making her cry like that, like, even though I realized there was a bunch of good reasons, it was like, I literally did something to her that just made her cry, and I really, like, wow, that made me feel horrible. Yeah.
I'm getting high.
Sure, there's gonna be a lot more of that throughout her life.
Yes.
There's gonna be times when you, like, make her cry on purpose, when you have to, like, ground her, and you know that
sure.
she's gonna cry, and it's still the right thing to do.
Yep. And be like, oh, crying here.
Do you care if your kids see you smoking blunts?
Kind of like in the middle about it. Like I don't like I kind of like she knows what's up, but I don't like let her like just watch me, But like I don't try to like hide it from her in a way neither, because then she'd be trying to more so kind of.
But she ever asked you what you're doing?
She knows. She knows what's up. Yeah, I've been told her what's up. You know, I feel like when you hide it from them, it just makes them more like, more just mysterious and want to know, like So I just more so let her know it's cool. This is, medicine. It's for adults. I definitely told her what's up.
That's dope though to say medicine.
She knows what's up. Yeah,
because my mom hit it down there my whole life.
Really? And you didn't know?
And now I just blow with her.
Really? You'll your mom will roll a blunt?
Yeah. Smoked my mom the other day.
Wow.
That's
my
fire.
mom, my uncle.
I let my mom hit the juice the other day. We was at the skating ring.
You let your girls hit the juice out the bottle on the highway.
Bro, my mom though, with the
Hit
double
the
cup,
juice?
nigga, I swear to God, bro, I was like, what? I took a video and it didn't say. I was just like,
What a mom.
I know that shit was like, it was pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, hell yeah. I never ever thought in a million years this would even be like a thing. You feel me? We at the skating ring, bro. Mayweather was there, nigga.
What?
He bought a fucking skating ring in Las Vegas. Yeah, he was there, bro. I didn't even. He's short.
How
nigga.
was it?
Bro? I didn't even know he was built like that, nigga. He's pretty like. He pulled up just with like
greatest
one
boxer of all
guard. He
time.
probably,
He better be a little built.
he probably had
met
like
him
a
a couple
couple
times.
niggas with him, bro. He was skating with some Air Force One fucking little skates on, bro.
Bro, I
It was
love
cool.
how people have stories about just seeing Floyd Mayweather doing normal
cool,
shit. Because
bro.
my
He's
parents
normal
saw
as
him at a
fuck.
high school basketball game.
Like,
Literally, my parents went My parents went to a fucking high school
crazy.
basketball game in Calabasas or some shit because my dad is a weirdo who likes watching basketball mostly from high school and college kids and
There's a lot of people like that.
doesn't
Yeah, I was
really
gonna
care
say,
about the
just
NBA. I think it's kind
seeing
of strange.
potential and shit. Seeing,
Yeah.
like, sure.
Yeah, a lot of times there'll be like some guy in the NBA who's like super famous, and my dad will like
know
have been
him
paying
from-
attention to him since he
yeah.
was 16. To me, it's a strange thing to do if that's not your line of work.
Yeah.
I've kind of like wanted to say that
Kinda
over the
random,
years. Like,
yeah.
you ever think about being like a? Well, obviously it might be a little late in the game now, but like you could have been like a, one of them guys who
That
a
brings
scout.
out. Yeah.
My homie is a high school football coach
Really?
for Milliken.
Fine.
Is that a free gig? You do that for free?
No, he gets paid for that.
You get paid.
And you can move up. You could do like college after that. You can
But he-
go to the NFL.
Oh,
actually.
well, yeah. You're like a. It's not like a volunteer type thing,
Now I think it's only for like the parks.
right? You ever
Jobs.
think about doing that? I could see you as a coach. Once you reach Unk status, you could definitely
There's
be a coach.
there's a lot of people that do that. Joe Moses. Shout out to Joe Moses. He has a team.
For real?
Yeah, he got a team.
Snoop Dogg was
Snoop
like the
Dogg
first
has a
one to
whole
do that
league,
shit,
bro.
yeah.
And that honestly, like the kids the parks had nobody that funded them to fucking have these league and shit like that. And Snoop been
Dogg
doing
was
it
definitely the
for
first
over
one to
like
do that shit.
15 years
It's
probably
been a
right
minute.
now.
Yeah, since I was in high school, for sure. Like, I remember that shit going on.
It's pretty crazy when you really think about the extent to which like hip hop, gangbang, and etc. is like interwoven into like normal society now. Where like I could imagine in like at some point in the 80s or 90s that there would be like a bunch of stuff that would prevent those guys from like that there would be people in charge who would be like, no, Snoop Dogg had a murder case, said this in a song, et cetera, you can't, it's pretty cool to think that a lot of that stuff is kind of fading away.
Big U does that all the time.
Yeah?
What has banquets for the kids and all that. The last banquet I went to, Nip, rest in peace, was there. T.I. was there. Wiz came there. You know what I'm saying? Like he really brings people to do that shit. And even Future donated. He bought Joe Moses' football team jerseys and shit, bro. Like people really doing dope shit for the kids. And that's what we need, man. You keep
We should
doing
start a
shit.
no jumper football team.
We should help out some kids, bro, who don't got the chances.
All the fat kids who can't get onto any of the other teams.
No, now you done
That-
twisted
why-
his shit.
I know what's up with this nigga.
Heavyweights.
Heavyweights.
Like some
I
fucking.
used to love that fucking movie.
No, we get all like the gangster ass kids that got face tattoos by 16. That's our team.
Hey, we can help them. That could
The
probably
Little
change our life.
Rascals. No, the homies.
The Bad News
Little
Bears.
figurines.
Oh man, no.
Hey, them
The
figures,
homies.
them little figures was fire.
Did you love those things?
I definitely fucked with him for sure.
I need some. Vlad. All right.
Vlad.
Love Vlad.
This nigga.
Love
nah.
Vlad. What up? Anything you
say
want
that
to
again.
tell the people out there?
I don't know who you're talking to.
Thank God you pulled up because otherwise it would have been just me and AD since
know,
Housephone is, who knows?
We probably would have bought Yuri.
God, Yuri for sure would have.
would've bought about Yuri
fucking came in this bitch, man.
Yuri.
Yuri.
I get enough Yuri on Fridays.
Yuri, what's it called? Wu-Tang 2
I
fucking
saw that shit.
fucking blunts, bro.
How many followers you
for
get from that?
$40, bro.
400 followers.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Everybody go.
And you got $40.
Go on my Instagram. My second most recent post is a video of Yuri Wu-Tanging 2 blunts. I just want everybody to go and follow Yuri. We'll see how many more followers we can get from this, but dude, the fact that he did that, like Yuri did so much more than you. Like, bro, look at this blunt.
He did way more than that.
That shit was
This
like,
blunt
it was still going
It's
for
still
sure.
a big Wu-Tang. Like, if I was gonna Wu-Tang this, I would burn it down to at least half this.
For sure.
So by the time I Wu-Tang it, it's maybe a centimeter.
He probably did a whole
Yeah.
blunt of work.
It was double
for
this.
sure Swisher worth.
It was
for sure,
a big
like,
ass roach. It wasn't as thick as this, but then he
Pause.
did another one. When I started filming that clip, I did not know he was about to do another one.
Yeah. You're
He was so high from eating those 2 roaches, bro.
was faded. Yeah.
You get really high when you swallow a roach.
Damn.
Considering I was sleeping on the stream, I was high as fuck.
Bro, but
It was
it's
some
funny because,
bizarre.
bro, he used to fall asleep like
Right
I could fall
here.
asleep right here.
just right here. Now he just goes over to the couch, and they gave him the mic on the couch so he could sort of like periodically wake up and just say something
That
about
needs to
the
be
song,
my permanent spot.
Oh, God.
I like that.
and then just like fall asleep for another half hour. Wake
I
up.
like that.
He holds up the sign that says, "This song sucks."
He just be the guy on the couch like in the movies and shit.
I love it. I love that Vel had to sit in front, even though he's wearing sweatpants and Crocs.
What's up? White? Adam loves the drip.
No, I love the drip. No, oh, dude,
Comfy, man.
I heard a good.
I had a little chill.
Oh, bro, you can't be doing all that, man.
What was that?
I had a little cold, little chill, little
Back
shake.
fix my shit.
You
Right?
just get a little cold shimmy every now and then. You just shimmy.
A little something.
Damn, he be shimmying. I didn't even know that.
It's the meth.
Bro,
The homeless guy gave me.
He actually
we gotta
did
get
take
some
some. He didn't tell y'all the whole story.
you know it's kind of crazy. The more this becomes a real business, the more that like we probably like can't do a meth pod.
I would not partake
Not at all.
with
No, I
meth
wouldn't be a
pod.
part
Like,
of that.
like if one day No Jumper is going to be on the stock market, probably we like don't want them to be like, well, there was the episode where him and all his co-hosts did meth, and
Nah.
that was bad.
If it
Which
goes,
one of you?
if it
Let
goes
me
public,
find
can
out.
I be the CFO?
Just give AD the business because Adam 22 is too fucked up off
Co-founded.
the meth.
He's
Wait, who are you going to listen? You got to think about it. Who are you going to depend on as one of your? Think about it. Your personalities that you have on this platform. I'm probably the most dependable. That if you had to take a break or get like lipo or something, that I can hold down the fort.
to get that
Are you trying to
200.
tell me something? You think
No,
I need
I'm
lipo?
just saying. I'm saying if you go do some cosmetic shit,
Cosmetic? What am I going to get? I'm
I
not
don't
getting
fucking-
a BBL.
I don't fucking know.
I haven't even considered any cosmetic surgeries, and now you're making me feel
Y'all
like
don't,
it's
y'all
inevitable.
don't agree that I can hold down the fort in Adam's absence?
I think you might be our best bet so far.
Okay, so I need to be.
Housephone clearly just doesn't show up sometimes.
I can hold this shit down, man. I need to be CFO just in case. Just in case Adam just
Vice CFO.
if Adam just happens to go missing for 3 months, well then.
If Adam ends up
Safely missing. Safely.
Hey, what if you found out I had a life insurance policy?
I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised. What if? Hey, I have an idea. What if I pretend to be kidnapped and then I just like chill out and just play poker at like a hotel for like a week?
You go to Hawaii.
And then they return me, and then Lena will be so much. She'll be like, "I can't believe that I took you for granted and I didn't like really appreciate you and everything."
Go away for a month and then come back.
I don't. A month, she might move on.
See?
There might be a new guy in the bed.
We just talked about it. We said 2 years. He said a month, but no.
A month of thinking I'm dead? No, and I'm gonna be pissed because, bro, if I come back and she didn't organize a
month, she's gonna
search
move
party,
on.
listen, if I was gone for a month and you got more than 6 hours of sleep in any given night, then you ain't shit.
More than 6
I want your
hours.
life to be ruined for that whole month I'm gone. Otherwise, you don't love me.
See, I agree.
Oh, ruined, huh?
Seems like a good way to end it.
No
Shout out to
sleep.
everybody who watched this. No Jumper, coolest
big
podcast where we
rounds.
never
Shout
do
out
this at the end of the No Jumper show.
To the future CFO.
Shout out to the Cribs. Shout out to the Cocky Riders. Oh,
Hey, I'm going to Arizona Thursday. I'll be back on
You
the
going to
4th.
Arizona?
Yeah, for my cocky annual. You feel
Attention,
me? All the homies.
AZPD, the Cocky
All my
Riders is
Arizona
coming to
niggas,
town.
we're gonna be deep as fucking